How are y'all doing? Hope you all are doing well. Just let me get set up here. Things are going alright for the moment. Nothing too much to talk about. Let's see here. So, get this here. Alright. Let's check how things are, and let's get ourselves a question of the day so we have something to talk about. Something I hate doing. That's kind of a tough one for me, not because I don't have an answer, it's just too many things out there. And a lot of it is what people say that should be done. Pretty much because I just don't like feeling pressured into doing things. I had to deal a lot with stuff growing up. Yeah, I've been spoiled rotten as a child, I'd say, but at the same time, I'm dealing with a lot of people that just don't really tend to think that well, or even understand what goes on in a lot of ways. But I'm just not too sure how to really express it that well at this time. Though I do kind of wish today's question of the day was a bit better. Go dark, please. But of course, I can say what I don't like too much is modern work culture. You guys can view that as saying that I don't like to work and such, and that's just fine, but here's my beef with it. A lot of the times that I am at places on a volunteer schedule or a job for a time range instead of a particular job, I find myself bored because I cannot be kept busy and I don't want to get in other people's way. So I'm left with a lot of things to worry about. And so I'm just better off doing something that's like a one and done kind of thing, if you guys get my drift. So pretty much in that regard, I just don't like the feeling that I'm being paid more to do nothing than something. Wastes my time, wastes the company's time, and almost everyone there just wastes time because they have no incentive to do anything else except just do things relatively slow. And there is merit in doing things slow because that leads to more accuracy, yes, but really, if I can get something done quickly, then there's no point, especially if I can't do anything else without being able to, without being attributed to the company. That's just the way I see it. Plus, when you think about it, life is work itself anyway. Can't just laze around and hope to survive. And so if you don't have the energy to do what needs to be done after work, that just kills any excitement over work to begin with. Let's see. What's on it? Check on that. Alright, good. Nothing to worry about. But hopefully you guys can answer today's question of the day in an easier manner than I was able to. Because this seems like something that would be more interesting if you guys answered it than me. Alright. Got my link shared out. Alright, so now that I've got everything situated, I'm gonna take this chance to go get a drink, and then I will get the game up, and then we can get started. While you guys are waiting for me, you can do whatever, but if you need something to do, be sure to check out today's question of the day. If you don't see it, then the command in the title of the stream while I'm live should be able to bring it up for you, and I will check on those responses when I get back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see if I missed anything. Okay. Nothing there. Alright. Now, let me switch inputs and then we can get this whole thing started. Alright, here we are. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm doing pretty good here. Had a nice lunch with my mom yesterday. Though it did get aggravating at some points. I don't really want to talk too much about it, just because it was not that eventful. It was just nice and peaceful, that's all. But I am excited to get through this. Not too sure how far I will get, but according to what I could look up in guides just to get a sense of how far I am, I've got like 1 or 2 more choices left, I want to say, or something like that. Just choice-wise, I'm pretty close to finishing this particular chapter, not the visual novel itself, because I got 1 more ending to get for that, after this one. So, I'm not too sure how far I will get. I'm just looking forward to the hunts. Let's see. The old fart was a human. And the spider did a good job so no one died last night. Why is Yoshisugu taking control of this? Because I expect Kiyonosuke to do it, even though he's kind of hated, or maybe Rikako. So let's see what goes on here. But then again, he could just be talking because it's his turn as the crow. That all fine with you all? The next feast of the Yomi Purge began with Yoshisugu-kun saying those words. Since they couldn't let themselves relax, we all gathered in the hall early in the morning. Everyone was still on edge. I knew it. Tai-san's sentiments were shared by everyone present. Of course, everyone already knew that no one had died last night. Even so, no one was resting on their laurels. They were all hard at work thinking about what had happened next and what they'd do about it. At this point, no one was stupid enough to suggest that the wolves were just being merciful. Kanzo Makishima-san left voluntarily, so we have to try and take it positively. We can consider whether it was good or bad after this is over. We can't turn back now.
大丈夫?
Are you okay, Haru-chan?
大丈夫だよ。
I am. Despite her words, she didn't actually seem fine yet. It didn't feel unnatural, though. I could only assume that turning to evil freed her of any misconceptions about how she had to behave. She was now free to present herself however she wished. I didn't know if it'd be good for us in the long run, but I didn't mind. Evil could look even at defeat with a positive spin. Consider my looping, though. It wasn't something I could rely on all the time. Coming back after every defeat was one of the good things about evil. Let's see. Okay, good. I remembered that. That promise was an unexpected boon for my own sanity, too. Fusaishi-san.
はるちゃんは人だった。
Haru-chan is human.
よかった。
What a relief.
おじいちゃんも私も人だった。
Both Oji-chan and I were human. Yeah.
なのにあんたらはくくった。
He was human, but you hanged him? Why are you so surprised, Tai? Because he was the one that wanted to do hanging no matter what. He became irrational, and once he realized what he had done, he decided to volunteer himself. So it was pretty much up to him.
まだ納得はできないよ。
Yeah, I still haven't come to terms with it.
とにかく
Anyway, Yasunaga couldn't forcefully move the conversation along.
これで狼じゃないと確定したのは僕とハルちゃん、モッチーに橋本さん、それに久石さんと義次の6人。
Now we have 6 confirmed non-wolves: Haru-chan, Mochi, Hashimoto, San Fusaishi, Yoshisugu, and I. Let's see, so Kaori is not confirmed, Kinosuke is not confirmed, and Tai is not confirmed, I would say. Or I'd say Momia too. I don't know about how that is. But yeah, things are definitely going the way we want them to.
さらに僕はメイコが無事なだという意見に賛同する。これで人は7人。
I also agree that Mako is the Badger. With that, we have 7, leaving just 5.
どうして？おじいちゃんが言った狼がわざと目立つ言動をさせてるって可能性は？
Why? What if Oji-chan was right and the wolves are actually just making her say things to distract us?
4つ5つの女の子にいろいろ喋らせるのは余計なことを言ってボロを出させるリスクの方が大きい。
Trying to get a girl no older than 5 to say what they want seems far too risky. She could easily reveal too much.
それと安水の住人ではなく幼い彼女をくくることは必要ならともかく積極的にすることじゃない。
Also, she's an outsider and a little girl. Unless it's absolutely necessary, hanging her is something we shouldn't do.
肝臓さんをくくったことだって完全には受け入れられない人がいる。彼女ならなおさらだろう。
We have people who still can't accept that we hanged Kanzo-san. It'd be even worse with her.
本当にそうなのかな？
Really? Apparently Haru-chan had decided to play subtle opposition to Yasunaga-kun. With her there to annoy him, he would feel less confident in his course of action. Also, by presenting herself as a victim who'd lost her grandfather, she would never be suspected by the others. Basically, she was doing a good job.
詭弁のような気もするが、まあ、子供が怪しいかと言われれば 微妙かもしれん。
Sounds like sophistry to me, but I admit I question the guilt of this child.
候補から外す必要はないが、単に票を投じなければいいだけの話ではないかね。
Perhaps instead of removing her from the list of candidates, let the people decide whether they want to vote for her.
そうですね。
Fine by me.
まだ私たちに発言権はあるかしら。
Do we still have the right to speak?
無論です。何でしょう。
Of course, what is it?
残り5人なのよね。
There's only 5 left, right?
え
Yes.
じゃあ雲が名乗り出ればゲームクリアになるかもしれないわね。
Then perhaps the game would be over if the spider revealed themselves. Yeah, that was something to be wary of. Progressing based on such optimistic ideas would actually make it difficult for us.
もし雲が残る5人のうち誰かを守ったとすれば、雲もその人も確実に人だった証明ができる。
If the spider protects someone among the 5, they can vouch that the person is human too. Not necessarily. Like, if you got a spider, you've got a human with a guardian, yes, but it wouldn't necessarily give anyone else that ability. But it just depends on how I'm reading this right.
狼は狼を襲わないから。
Wolves don't attack wolves after all. Are you sure about that, Lamia? Because there are indirect ways of going about it. And last loop, that happened to you.
その過程は正しいんですが、それを期待するのはちょっと楽観的じゃないかと。
You're not wrong, but that sounds a bit optimistic.
まあ、あくまで過程だから。
Well, it's just a thought.
楽観的？どういうことかよくわからん。なんでそうなるのだ？やっすん。
Optimistic? I don't think I get it. It'd explain it to me, Yasun.
狼にとって残りの未確定者から血祭りの対象を選ぶメリットがあんまりないからだよ。
Because it's not worth it for the wolves to target one of the 5 that aren't confirmed humans yet.
未確定者が死んで減れば狼は絞り込まれる。彼らとしては確定者から殺していくべき。
By killing them, they would reduce the amount of potential wolves. They should start with those who are confirmed.
特に蛇と猿とカラスが名乗り出てる状況で彼らを狙わない理由がないから。
With the snake monkeys and the crow revealed, they have no reason not to go for them. Exactly, after all, the spider protected Yasunaga-kun, a confirmed human. Even so, I didn't want the spider to out themselves and leave only 4 candidates. It increased the odds of the humans realizing there were imposters among them.
僕は狼が雲を嫌がったから雲を殺そうとして正体不明の中から狙ったのかと思った。
I thought they'd go for the unconfirmed humans because they want to get rid of the spider.
その場合だってわざわざ未確定者から狙わなくてもいいんだ。僕やハルちゃんだって雲かもしれないんだから。
Even then, there's no point in going for the unconfirmed humans. Even I and Haru-chan could be the spider after all. Well, we know Haru-chan's not a spider, and we know Yasunaga-kun isn't either. Yasunaga is not either because he was protected.
まあそういうわけで多分これで一発クリアってことにはならないわよ。
There you have it. It probably wouldn't lead to an immediate victory.
もし万一 雲が名乗り出て残り3人まで絞り込める状況なら。
But if it actually is a situation where the spider revealing themselves reduces the unconfirmed humans to just 3,
雲には名乗り出てほしい。
I would like him or her to do it.
しかしその場合、実際に狼を特定しても全員処刑するために3日間かかるわけだよね。
But even then, you would need 3 days to execute all the wolves, right?
そうです。
Right.
雲はまず間違いなく殺されるよね。
So the spider would die for sure, right?
そうでしょうね。
Most likely.
それで名乗り出てもらうか。もし Q ちゃんなら絶対に名乗り出られないだろうな。
It's hard to expect them to out themselves in this situation. I'm sure Q-chan, for one, would never do it.
そうですね。私が雲なら名乗り出ないでしょうね。
Yes, if I were the spider, I would keep it a secret. No one played their cards.
皆さんは無実でも時に処刑されるかもしれないということをすで
You
に
people.
了承してるってこ
You
と
people.
ですよね。
You people all understand that someone can get executed even if they're innocent, I assume. The silence said it all. Of course they did. Konzo-san had died just yesterday, after all. The peer pressure was too strong, after all.
死ぬことが覚悟の上なら名乗り出てくれさえすれば多数派を作ることはできるんだけど。
Well, if the spider's prepared to die and reveals themselves, we could create a majority.
そうですね。票を合わせれば投票で確実に
That's true. That's true. Our combined votes would lead to certain victory. Right now it was 6 versus 6. It didn't feel right to consider Mako as confirmed, so right now the sides were tied.
残る4人のうち3人を絞り込める
Also, the remaining 4 can be reduced to 3, correct?
4人のうち狼でない方には自分の他が狼だと確実にわかる。
The wolves among the 4 know who the other wolves are, so we would know for sure who they
そ
are.
の方の反応からまた何かが見えるような
We would have to watch their reactions and remain observant for other signs.
ああ、とっとと雲のやつは名乗り出ればいいじゃねえかよ。
Then come out already, spider. Silence.
この気が
Dumbass. The spider didn't reveal themselves. Perhaps my assumptions were wrong and the spider was Mamiya's son, who was just being careful not to get hanged. The spider was worried of potential wolves among the humans, and they were absolutely right about that. In the best case scenario, we would win the day after tomorrow. If the wolves in Mako were alive for when there were 8 people left, the wolves could reveal themselves and take in the badger as another vote. However, since we would lose Kaori-san after she killed the Oribe brothers, best case scenario was probably impossible. I would have to focus on trying to hide the fact there were humans among the wolves. It'd all be over for us if they somehow determined the 3 final suspects today, hanged one of them, and the crow declared them as human tomorrow. They would immediately realize that the snake was lying. Thus, we needed a situation where it took longer for the rest to be confirmed. The spider acting cautiously worked in our favor. Of course, the spider themselves remained a major threat to us. But still, we now had no choice but to use our nighttime kills to prevent a fixed majority. Identifying the spider and leading people to be executed required a supple hand during the feast.
これ以上の絞り込みはできないようなので、 未確定の5人からくくる人を1人選ぶことにしたい。
It doesn't look like we can lower the number even further, so we will have to hang one of the remaining 5.
子供も入れてもらえんかね。口うるさいようだが、こっちとしては命がかかっておるのだよ。
Count the child. I know I might sound annoying, but our lives are on the line here. I want to punch you in the face, Kinosuke. I get your reasoning and logic, it makes sense. But at the same time, Mako being a child, her potential is in her future, not her present, and that's what matters in that case. And that's probably why a lot of our species values children so much, because their potential is in their future, not their present.
そうでした。立つのは6人です。
Right, it's 6, not 5. Stand up.
立って。
Mako, stand. Don't tell me what to do. She still stood up. What a good girl. She was followed by Kinosuke, Rikako-san, Kaori-san, Tai-san, and
神
Mommy-san.
座から順に2つのことに答えていただきたいと思っています。
Starting from this side, I would like you to tell us 2
自
things.
分に投票すべきでない理由、そして自分以外の誰が人だと思うか。
Why we shouldn't vote for you, and who other than yourself do you believe is a human? Clever. Taiba, please start.
私は人よ。
I'm human, that's all I know. I'm human, that's all I know.
じゃがね、見てみなさいね。年寄りばかりが死んでおる。
But look at this, only the elders are dying. Why do you say only the elders are dying? Jamie died too. And she wasn't necessarily old. Takumi is probably middle age at best. So it's kind of varied about who's dying.
若い子らが汚れを呼び込んだんじゃないんかね。
Doesn't that mean the youngins brought this corruption upon us? I don't like the way you're viewing this, Tai.
なんだと？
What? It definitely wasn't only the elders, but it did look like the spaces around her were kind of empty. That must have been especially hard for her, who'd lost both Kanzo-san and Takumi-san.
残念だったなババア。そっちに残ってんのはてめえの好きな長者様とうちのババア。中年ばっかだぜ。
Ha, big shame, huh? All that's left on your side are the village heads you loved so much, and my old hag, all middle-aged.
若い方から見て、記者の女とガキがてめえの言うように読み人だってなら数が足りねえな。
If you're saying that the journal woman and the brat are Yomabito, you ain't got the numbers for it.
あんただって自分でカラスじゃって言うとるだけでしょうがね。
What about you? You just said you're the crow. Like that's enough.
なんだとクソババア。
The hell did you just say?
義継やめて。私も今くくられるかどうかの瀬戸際なんだから。
Yoshisugu, please stop. I'm in danger of being hanged too.
言うたら座ってもええんかね。座った方が腰が楽じゃ。
Can I sit now? Standing's hard on my
もう少し
bones.
立っていてください。
Please stand a bit
ヤ
longer.
ス君、あんたもろくでもない子になり下がったね。
Yasu-kun, what a bad child you've become. Like, it can be understandable that it would be hard for her to stand in this kind of situation, but right now, she's kind of reminding me of a bad experience I had with a elderly woman. Like, I generally take public transit a lot when I go out, at least on my own, and one day I had an elderly woman chew me out because I was just sitting there, and in my mind I was like, lady, we are both in bad positions. Stop running your assumptions on me. Because we're not, both of us aren't in any good position at all. And at that time, it's like you're supposed to give your seat to both the disabled and the elderly. But oh well. Can't really fault them for that. It's just people being stubborn all the time. But yeah, Ty's reminding me of her.
すみません。混乱を避けたいので。もういいです。次。
I'm sorry, I don't want any further chaos. Next. Tai-san must have felt pretty cornered. She didn't have to hold such a grudge.
私は狼ではありません。二人の息子に誓って。
I'm not a wolf. I swear it upon my two sons.
他にはないですか？
Do you have anything else?
私は室匠さんのことを悪からず思っておりました。
I had a decent opinion of Takumi Moro-san. Taking that angle,
息子
huh?
たちとも一度再婚については話したことがあります。
I even talked about remarrying to my
マジ
sons.
でかよっすん。
Seriously, Yasun?
僕は母さんに任せるって言ったよ。
Yes, I said it was up to her.
向こうがこぶつきのババアなんざ本気で嫁に欲しいわけねえだろって言った。
I said that he wouldn't want a hag with brats for a wife. I don't think you can say that for sure, Yoshisugu, but you could probably say that at the time that she asked, depending on when she did.
そりゃこのクソみてえな場所で匠兄よりマシな野郎はいねえけどな。親父になるってのも変な感じだし。
Well, Takumi was the best guy left in this shitty place, but I'd feel weird having him for a dad. From the way he put it, it was safe to say he approved of the man.
言ってくださればいくらでもお受けしましたのに、私から言うのはさすがに厚かましいでしょう。
I would have easily accepted if he asked, but I thought that approaching him myself would have seemed overbearing. And alive, Kaori. This is why we have a lot of problems here. 'Cause both sides in this kind of thing are just irritating. Like, Takumi should just have told her his feelings, and at the same time, if she was the one that felt strongly about it, she should have been the one to do the same. After all, in the end, when it comes to marriage, both people are choosing each other. The woman has the right to accept or reject a proposal, and the man has the right to choose to marry or not, or to even choose to make a proposal or not. The woman also has the right to choose whether she's the one that makes the proposal or not. So in my mind, the person with the strongest feelings and urgings should be the one to do the proposal and such. But that's just the way I see it. You guys can feel free to disagree with me. But I'm just irritated with humans and that way of viewing things.
それ こんなことになるなんて。
I never expected things to turn out this way.
私が狼なら匠さんを最初に殺したりはしないでしょう。
If I were a wolf, I certainly wouldn't kill him first.
以上です。あと他に人だと思うのは冷静に人のための意見を出し続けている間宮久子さんです。
That is all, and the person I believe is human is Hisako Mamiya-san. She's remained level-headed and been providing our side with good advice.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
結局はよそ者か。
In the end, you're just an outsider too. Kaori-san was basically implying that Tai-san, Kinosuke-shi, and Rikako-san, the village heads aligned, were the wolves. Interesting. It was an emotional argument, but with the additional layer of logic she'd added, her ideas showed merit. And that woman sure was something. This was the same person who'd applauded when I killed Takumi-san.
次は野里さんです。
Misato-san, you're next.
私が生き残るべき理由か。
A reason why I should stay alive, right?
確かに諸君からすれば、私はこの中で最も不要な人間だろうな。
I understand that you consider me to be the most unnecessary person here.
しかし、それ以外にくくられる合理的理由もまた見つからん。私が何か諸君らに迷惑をかけたかね。
However, I don't see any other good reason to hang me. Have I ever troubled you? Well, he was relatively laid back this time. He should have been more conscious of the ire his words had drawn for
た
him.
だ、一つ言っておきたいことはある。織部夫人のおとといの言動について。
There's one thing I want to say, though. It's about what Madame Oribe said 2 days
何
ago.
でしょうか。
What is it?
お忘れかね。芹沢千恵美の自殺について、あなたは無根拠に芹沢千恵美狼説を唱えたのだ。
Have you forgotten when Chiemi Serizawa died, you made the baseless claim that she was a wolf?
そしてそれをもって芹沢千恵美の自殺の原因を推測しただけの植松里香子さんに疑いの矛先を向けただろう。
Then you used it as justification to suspect Rikako Uematsu-san, who had merely proposed the reason for her suicide.
畜無害な想像を悪意的に解釈して立場の弱い長者に票を集めさせた。
You crafted a negative interpretation of a harmless suggestion and then directed votes against someone in a difficult position.
これは狼の所業に見えるがいかがかね。長者からの視点も状況の打破には必要ではないのか。
That seems like the actions of a wolf to me. Don't you believe the village heads are crucial to surviving this situation? Kinosuke, Kinosuke, Kinosuke. I want to punch you in the face. Because the village heads mean nothing if they're all stupid. And you're the kind of leader I wouldn't want to be around to begin with.
私はまだ疑いを持っています。あなたから見て理不尽でも私が狼でない以上あなたの読みは間違ってる。
I was simply suspicious, even if it seems unreasonable to you. Since I am not a wolf myself, I see your assumption is mistaken.
私からは以上だ。言い忘れたか。人だと思うのは当然リカ子さんだ。
That is all from me. And before I forget, I believe the human is Rikako-san.
ございます。
Thank you very much. Wow. He was actually completely right. How would they react to
あ
that?
りがとうございます。では次へ。
Thank you. Next.
最初に申し上げたいことが、
There's something I must say
何で
first.
しょう。
Yes.
私はまだ27歳です。
I'm still 27. Why does your age matter, Rikako? Oh, this was her reply to the idea of being middle-aged. As everyone realized that, some cleared their throats awkwardly, while others stifled some chuckles. The tense air dissipated a bit, but she looked as serious as ever. If this was intentional humor, I'd say she had some talent. And 27? She was still in her prime. From what Jamie had said, I'd assumed she was almost 40 or something. What a shame I'd have to... No, what a shame that I'd have to kill her. Him.
私は長者として富士吉村の決して清廉ではない。
As one of the village heads, As one of... Oh.
聞き知っておりますので。
As one of the village heads, I'm fully aware of Fujiyoshi's misdeeds and its very dark
そ
past.
のことから私を宴の司会たる長者の一味などとお思いになって仕
Okay.
方ないのは承知しています。
Alright. I understand that you would consider me to be one of the conspirators behind the feast.
私は雲として果たすべきことを
However, I must continue fulfilling my role as the spider. So she outs herself right now, huh? Or is she saying that because her family is technically the spider most of the time and that she isn't? It's kind of hard to say which is which. Because it just seems kind of weird and what makes it like that. It could be very possible that she's telling the truth, that she's actually the spider here. It's just like, is she referring to her family's symbol, or is she actually the spider kind of thing?
それはあなたが雲の加護者だという意味ではありませんか。
Are you saying that you are the spider, as in the one who received the power of the spider? Good question there, Yasunaga. That's what we want to know.
いい植松家という意味です。
No, I refer to it Uematsu.
紛らわしいんだよ。
Quit confusing us.
わかりました。続けてください。
I see, continue.
私が目障りであれば、あるいは
If you
正しい
can,
ならば
if you can,
投じてください。
let's see. If you consider me an eyesore or suspicious, please vote for me.
皆様の思いを引き取るのもまた雲の役目。
Taking in your feelings is one of the spider's roles. That approach worked for Jamie, but Rikako-san not so
そ
much.
れで人だと思う方は。
So who do you think is a human?
私には立っている皆様の誰も
I do not believe that a single one.
思いません。
I do not believe that a single one standing as a wolf. What?
リカコさん、個人的にはありがたいが、あなたを誹謗中傷した織部香織もかね。
Rikako-san, I appreciate that, but even Kaori-san, she slandered you thoroughly.
誰をも 疑いたくなるのは
I understand wanting to be I understand wanting to be
事
suspicious.
実芹沢様が狼だという可能性を
Okay, I read it right.
なんだろう可能性はあります
And it is not truly impossible that Serizawa-sama was a wolf.
しかしどうも皆様この5人が皆いなくなれば宴が終わるとおいでのようで
But from what I see, the five of you seem to believe that the feast shall end if we hanged everyone standing.
それだとカラスを自己申告した義経や蛇を自己申告した不妻子さんを疑うってことになります。
That would mean that either Yoshisugu or Fusaishi-san are fake crow and snake.
はい蛇に潔白を証明されたあなたもですね
You would be suspicious too, since you would have been proven innocent by a false snake. Seriously? She was saying that there were wolves among the confirmed humans, which turned the current assumption on its head. Of course, both Yasunaga-kun and Hashimoto-san were suspicious of that too. But I certainly didn't expect her of all people to bring it up now.
不妻子様
Usaishi-sama.
あなた様のことをお慕い申し上げております
I have feelings for you. What? Why are you saying that, Rikako? We haven't talked to you this loop much at all beyond Mako acting up. But then again, we did see you in the bushes when this whole VN began, so it could be possible that you're also part of what's happening to us, and possibly Jamie, considering her reactions. That caused a stir. Yeah, I knew that. For some reason, she believed I was some heavenly savior sent to rescue the town from its true problems. She'd even risk her life on that conviction.
しかし
However,
もしあなたが狼ならば
if you are actually a wolf,
新内様の言う通りあなたをも
I will do as Shinai-sama says and hang you. But if it opposed her sense of right, even I would become an enemy to her. I might have taken her too lightly.
それは彼を一番疑っているという意味でよろしいんですね。
Are you saying that you doubt him more than anyone else?
いいえ私はただそうだったら一番嫌な
No, it is simply my... No,
言っただけです
No, it is simply my personal worst case scenario.
申し上げることは
I have nothing more to say.
わかりました。次、間宮さんです。
I understand. Next, Mamiya-san.
本当はとっとと蛇のお墨付きをもらって楽になりたいんですけどね。私は後ろぐらいところがないので。
I would love it if the snake finally confirmed that I'm clean. I have nothing to hide after all.
ただ多分私よりも怪しい人が何人か出たと思うので、その人たちを優先的に処刑や調査することになる。
But since there are people who act more suspiciously than me, the investigations and hangings will surely be directed at them
だから
first.
私は自分を調べろと強弁はしません。
That's why I won't insist that you investigate me.
この状況で冷静に優先順位をつけてることが私の自己弁護。
My justification this time is simple encouragement to prioritize those more suspicious than me.
あともう一つ。私が狼なら、橋本さんを真っ先に殺してる。
Another thing, if I was a wolf, I would have killed Hashimoto-san before anyone else. Her statement hit everyone with the force of a hammer.
おお、これは怖いな。
Now that is scary.
あなたたちが気づいてるかわからないけど、橋本さんは宴の内外で冷静で適正な進行に尽力してらっしゃるわ。
I don't know if you realize this, but Hashimoto-san has been helping guide the feast even outside of these discussions, keeping everything stable all the
この
while.
人がいなければ、もっと無茶苦茶な宴にできたはず。それをしないし、恐れてる私は狼じゃない。
Without him, the feast would have been far more disastrous since I'm neither afraid nor has he been killed. I'm no wolf.
それは買いかぶりすぎだ。でも、心配してくれてありがとう。
Ah ha ha ha. You overestimate me, but thank you for your concern.
はっきりさせておきます。僕は橋本さんのヘルプを非常に頼りにしています。
I will make one thing clear. Hashimoto-san is an extremely huge help.
間宮さんのおっしゃる通り、僕らが単なる烏合の衆にならずに済んでいるのは彼のおかげによるところが大きいです。
Like Mamiya-san says, he's one of the main reasons why we're not just an unruly mob.
ただ、狼が彼を軽視してるなら、わざわざ目を向けさせる必要もないと思って黙っていました。
I just figured that if the wolves were underestimating him, it wasn't a good idea to draw attention to their mistakes, so I kept quiet.
間宮さん、あなたの指摘には賛同しますが、それは黙っていた方が良かったかもしれません。
Mommy-san, I agree with your words, but maybe you should have kept quiet.
あなたを含め、ほとんどの人は彼のことを軽視してると思ったから、それは損だと伝えたかったのだけど。
Oh, I only said that because I thought all of you were underestimating him.
僕は軽視していません。
I'm not.
昨日、彼の仲裁も聞かずに、処刑を断行したのに
Even though you didn't give him a chance to speak and insisted on the lynching yesterday.
譲れない一線があったというだけの話です。それについては、これ以上の意見はいりません。
We have our own lines that must never be crossed, that's it. That's all I need to say about that.
あらそう。最後に、人だと思う人ノーコメント。
I see. As for the people I think are human, no comment.
人だと思う人を一人選べば、残り3人は狼って話なんでしょうけど、植松さんの言うように、そうは思えない。
If I decide that one of them is human, then the other three would be wolves, but like Uematsu-san said, that doesn't seem right.
人だと思う人はあげやすいけど、結果的にやってることは水かけ論の魔女裁判。趣味がいいとは思わないわね。
It's easy to present someone who might be human, but this would be basically a pointless witch hunt, and I don't like it personally.
僕もそう思いますね。
Yes, neither do
自
I.
覚があるならもう結構。
At least you're mindful of that.
ございました。
Thank you. Thank you very much. Lastly, hey everyone, I'm hungry. And that was it, huh?
誰が怪しいんだ。
So who's shady?
人だと思う一人を挙げなかった二人は、僕としては怪しくないと思う。
I believe that the two who didn't present a candidate as humans aren't suspicious.
それは。
What?
安永、あなた。
Yasunaga? That seemed like a bad move to me, Yasunaga-kun. I could understand relating to the level-headed ones, but the other three were just following the process provided. I could also understand trying to appear objective enough to suspect even your mother, but I couldn't blame anyone for thinking he was just acting biased.
私は別に 一人選んだ残りが必ず狼だというつもりで一人を選んだのではない。
I did not choose because I believed the rest were wolves.
まあおっちゃんはりっちゃん一筋を貫いてるしね。あんま怪しくはないかな。
Well, you're all in on Rick-chan, so it's not like anyone will suspect you.
いや、もういい。
You know, that's enough. The fact that Mochi said that right after Rikako-san's declaration just showed how bad he was at reading the mood. It was awkward for everyone, human or wolf.
何かありますか？なければもう投票に入りたいと思うんですが。
Anyone else have anything to say? If not, I would like to start the vote.
随分と世話しないね。
You sure are in a hurry.
これ以上役に立つ証拠や証言が出てくるとは思えません。
I simply do not believe there is anything left worth discussing.
すべきことは早くした方がいい。
We should just do what needs to be done.
君は随分人命についての認識を軽くしたんだね。
You seem to be treating this pretty lightly. I want to see what he says about this. Because he has been quite observant so far and quite reasonable.
違います。僕は自分が関わる殺人については自分が全て責任を負うつもりでいるだけです。
No, I am simply ready to take responsibility for any deaths I cause. So that was his brand of righteousness this time, huh?
皆さん、
Everyone.
よそのことにあまり口を出したくはないけどね。高校生にそんなものを背負わせるのは普通。
I do not want to bring outside values into this, but making a high school student bear such a burden is normally considered cruel.
じゃあどうするんですか？確定者の中で最年長であるあなたや不妻子さんに押し付けろって言うんですか？
What else can we do? Leave it to you, the eldest confirmed human, or Fusaishi-san?
なるほど。では、不妻子くん。
I see then, Fusaishi-kun?
何でしょうか？
Yes.
君が進行役を引き取ってはどうだい？
Do you like to take charge of the feast?
昨日の出来事で、この場の進行は安永くんに一任されたものだと思っていましたが、
I thought that the role was entrusted to Yasunaga-kun yesterday.
その責任感は持っているつもりです。ただ宴を乗っ取るつもりはありません。
And I have accepted
半
it.
蔵さんとは違う。
And I have accepted it. However, I don't intend to take complete control over the feast. I'm not
そう
Kanzo-san.
だね。姉ちゃんは違う。
Yeah, Ni-chan's different.
同等の責任感を持っていただけるなら、ええ、不妻子さんでも橋本さんでも年長者にお願いするのは構いません。
If you can be sufficiently responsible about it, then yes, I don't mind giving this role to Fusaishi-san or Hashimoto-san. I'm not too sure how this is gonna play out, but considering that we're supposed to be one of the wolves this time, Fusaishi is gonna be the best option for us, since we know that he's a wolf, and that with the wolves gaining control of the feast, that would provide a huge benefit, whereas giving it to Hashimoto, it can be quite a bit of a problem. Because Hashimoto here is quite observant and such, so with that observance and his reasonableness and such, it's just gonna be hard for us to make it out with him around. At least leading this, so let's see how this goes through.
お二人とも僕よりずっと分別も頭もありそうだ。
They seem a lot wiser than I am.
卑下する必要はないよ。君はよくやっているけど、そんな若い美空で大人と喧嘩をするのは大変だろう。
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing a good job. It's just hard for you to fight adults, right?
そして実際、僕は初日に自分の生存が第一義だと言ってしまっているからね。責任感と言っても説得力がない。
And I'm actually prioritizing my own survival above all else. No one would believe me if I claimed to take responsibility here.
命のやりとりを経て、休みずに移住を決め、蛇として直接的に人命を左右する立場にある彼ならば、その説得力がある。
Now him, a man who struggled in life, found a place here and bears the burden of the snake, a role that measures lives, be far more convincing.
どうかな、皆さん。
What do you say, everyone?
カンちゃんはヤス君にやれと言うたようなもんだわ。
Kanchan gave the job to Yasu-kun. Well, Tai, there's a reason why the former boss becomes an underling of different places of work. So don't just do that. Like a person that's not suitable to be the head should definitely be replaced, like me. I would say that I myself isn't that great with being the top dog of any kind of group. I'm more so a number 2 type at most, being in the background and that, and not having to directly deal with anything, or at least that, like, yes, number 2 would have a lot of responsibility still and have to do a lot, but with them being in the head, it's just a whole lot more pressure. So let's see how this continues on.
山脇様。しかし、房石様は、
Yeah.
再建なされています。
Yamawaki-sama, but I believe Fusaishi-sama would judge us fairly. It's kind of funny that you have a good opinion of us, Rikako. After all, we are the wolves. But like I said just a bit ago, I don't really see myself as being any good for any higher than number 2, unless, of course, everyone in the group were able to act independently, and since that's going to be important. And if everyone can act independently and just get together, then that's probably both my preference and where I'd work best as being a top dog. Not something like this.
りっちゃん、ハッサンが狼だって疑ってるんじゃないのか。
Don't you suspect I might be a wolf?
鴨志田様。そこまでは申していません。
Kamoshida-sama.
その場合でも、覚悟をすべきだと。
Kamoshida-sama, I never said that. I merely said that I was prepared for
私
it.
はスカン。
I don't like it. Tai-san, that wasn't a good move. She was helping you out there.
そばばはどうでもいいが、兄貴が進めるべきだ。
I don't care what the old hag thinks, but Aniki should be leading this shit.
私は、息子はまだ若輩者ですから、房石さんはしっかりされています。
My son is still young, while Fusaishi-san seems to be well adjusted.
私も賛成だ。主導する立場の方が皆によく見られることだろう。
Agreed, he'd be a lot better at taking charge.
私も、房
妻師さんはおじいちゃんをくくるのに賛成はしなかったから。
I also think it should be him. Fusaishi's son was against hanging OG-chan. So, our compatriots see reason in making us the leader, huh? That means that we essentially get the opportunity to take out 2 people a day, 1 at night and 1 in the morning.
僕はよくわかんないんでパス。
I don't get it, so screw
は
it.
わからないですが、橋本さんの提案なので信用します。
I don't understand where he's going with this, but I trust Hashimoto-san's judgment.
ユキさんはバカ。
Fusayuki-san's a dummy. Why?
明確な反対は2つ。いや、3つかな。不妻子くん、君は信任を得たよ。
Only 2, no 3 were against it. Seems like you have a lot of support here, Fusaishi-kun. This wasn't the time to worry about
進
Tai-san.
行をよろしくお願いする。
We're counting on you.
むちゃくちゃじゃ。
Nonsense! Chinosuke Shiu is probably right. The leader of the feast had no special rights. Their vote held no weight over anyone else's. And like Yasunaga-kun said, it was a heavy burden to carry. Everyone's eyes were on the top. Were on the one at the top. And if there was some cause for concern, they would readily tear them apart for it. Basically, this was just a very well-intentioned trap.
わかりました。
Alright. Thus, I would take the bait. I was evil after all. I would take control of the feast and play the hero, yet sow chaos like the villain I was. I couldn't fail with my partner in evil watching me
と
after
言っても
all.
今日はもう票を取るだけだと思っています。橋本さんが宴の中止とかを求めてるなら申し訳ないんですが、
Though all we can do right now is vote. If you want to call off the feast, oh well.
それは無理だろうと承知してるよ。
I now realize that's pointless.
いつもリカ子さんにやらせてばかりだとあれなんで、初期は僕がやります。
Very well, I don't want to make Rikaku-san do it every time, so I would be the one writing down this time.
お使いになるのですか？
Do you know how to use a writing brush?
小学校以来ですけど、ミミズ字でも読めればいいでしょう。
I haven't touched one since elementary school, but I'm sure I can make it somewhat
少
readable.
しは手も動かしたいんでね。
My hands are restless, you see. I was tempted to act like a chief secretary, but passed when I realized they probably wouldn't get it.
その前に、今夜は誰を調べる？
Before that, who will you investigate tonight?
今立ってる6人のうちの誰かです。
One of the 6 standing. Ah, good. You don't say it out loud.
特定しない理由は？
Any reason you're not saying which
先
one?
回りして対処されないためです。
To make sure the wolves don't get to them before I do.
人確定の人間を増やしたくないでしょうからね。
The wolves don't want there to be more armed humans after
な
all.
るほど。
I see. I would twist logic into knots if that's what it took for an advantage.
では書いていきますので、悪いですがゆっくり進めてください。
I'll start writing, so let's just
橋
begin.
本さんは記録に小細工がないようにちょくちょく見ておいてくださいね。
Hashimoto-san, keep an eye out in case there's something wrong with the records.
なるほど。わかった。
では
Alright.
上座からどうぞ。
From the eldest.
森部義継に入れるわよ。
One for Yoshisugu Oribe.
あのな、一応言っとくが、俺は絶対投票で負けねえから。つうか、クソババアの新章、今最悪だぜ。
Hey, just so you know, I can't lose this vote. Hell, you got any idea how shitty you look right
な
now?
らくくればええわ。
Hang me then.
てめえのために言ってやったのに、ほんとろくでもねえな、ババアはよ。
I'm saying that for your sake, damn it. What a rotten old hag.
ろくでもないのは若いもんじゃ。
You youngins are the rotten ones. Your generation can be just as bad, Ty. Like I said earlier, I had a rough time with someone that assumed things about me.
二人とも黙ってください。殺しますよ。
Shut up, you two. I'll kill you. Huh?
穏やかじゃないね。
How
ギ
rough.
ャグですよ。
I'm kidding.
そんな不謹慎な。
Such poor taste.
ギャグってのは黙らせられればいいんだ。本来はね。
The joke was meant to shut people up, you know.
投票に一言添えるのはいいですし、一言反応を添えるのも結構。でもそれ以上の争いはいらない。
Feel free to give a few words along with your vote and comment on them if you want, but don't waste time bickering. And I would be in the same position as you, Fusaishi here.
場外乱闘には相応の対応をします。
I will
責
deal.
任を持って発言してください。
I will deal with disorder appropriately. Choose your words carefully.
喧嘩がしたけりゃ外でやることをお勧めします。喧嘩
If you
で人を殺すと後々後悔しますよ。
if you want to fight, take it outside, and if you kill anyone in the process, you'll regret it.
僕らがやってるのは殺し合いです。もう一度それを肝に銘じて以降ご発言ください。
We're talking about killing someone here. Keep that in mind the next time you speak.
なんだか眼蓄があるね。
Sounds like there's deeper meaning to what you said.
橋本さんほどじゃありませんよ。この進行に文句があれば早めにどうぞ。
And you're more than meets the eye. If anyone else has objections to how things are going, please speak now.
殺すなどと言わないでください。
Please do not say that you will kill
わかり
someone.
ました。では次、香織さん。
Yeah, very well now, Kaori-san.
山脇多江さんに。息子は義継は間違いなく本物だと思いますので。
Tai Yamawaki-san, because I sincerely believe that Yoshisugu was the real crow.
次、野里さんです。
Asada-san.
山脇のご婦人に残念ながら安水のご老人方には宴に臨む協調性が足りないと申し上げざるを得ない。
Lady Yamawaki, unfortunately. It appears the elders of Yasumizu lose the ability to cooperate whenever a feast comes.
私は夫妻子君の提案する秩序には賛同するが、そうである以上は
I agree with Fusaishi-kun that there must be order
この
and
くらいでお願いします。
leave it at that, please.
失礼。次、堀部安永君だ。
I'm sorry, Yasunaga Oribe-kun, you're next.
山脇多江さんに。
Tai Yamawaki-san.
あんたらは。
You people.
目隠しをしたって。狼を引く可能性は5割を超えてる。大丈夫。
You have more than half the chance to pick a wolf even when you pick at random. This is fine.
山脇さんが3人目と。次、モッチーね。
A third vote for Yamawaki-san. Mochi, you're next.
香りママかな。なんからしくない感じがする。
Mommy Kaori, I guess she's not acting like herself right
バ
now.
バアが狼なわけね。
There's no way our hag's a
いろ
wolf.
いろ考えるだけ損かしら。
I suppose trying to think things through was a
投
mistake.
票の囲んは宴の外に持ち越さないようにしてくださいね。次、吉嗣くん。
Please don't take your grudges from the votes outside the feast. Next, Yoshisugu-kun.
山脇タイのクソババアに決まってる。
Obviously, Tai Yamawaki, the old
4票
hag.
で現在トップ。次、はるちゃん。
4 votes. She's in the lead. Next,
香
Haru-chan.
織さんに
1 for Kaori-san. Kaori-san, why are you voting your compatriot right now? Because it's best for all 3 of you to make it out of this feast right now. What a power move from Haru-chan.
母さんがそうならとっくに料理に毒でも入れて汚れ覚悟で全滅させてる。
If she was a wolf, she would have already poisoned the food and killed everyone, even if it meant being killed by the corruption. Except we're the ones keeping her in line. And she is a wolf, Yasunaga. But it's still kind of funny that he believes that she would do that. Like, yes, she has done it, but only when you died so far. Or he really knew her well.
それただ大丈夫かもくらいだけだよね。なんで絶対大丈夫にまで引き上げてるの？
That's just a maybe, isn't it? Why are you talking like it's confirmed?
おじいちゃんは怒りすぎただけで殺したくせに。
You're the one who killed OG-chan just because he got mad. And alive. I'm not too sure how they'll take this. Like, everyone knows that her grandpa actually volunteered for the lynching after his own outburst and realized it, and the 2 Oribe boys were responsible for taking care of it. So yeah, she's got a point there, even under the guise of being a wolf, so that won't necessarily out her. It's just, I don't know her angle here and how it's gonna keep her from being discovered.
そんなに言うならあの時もっと反対すればよかっただろう。孫娘が説得すれば肝臓さんだって思い直しただろうに。
You could have objected to it when he was still alive, even if he might have changed his mind if his granddaughter asked him to.
誰でも言いたい時に言いたいことが言えるわけじゃないもん。
Not everyone can say whatever they want whenever they want.
2人ともそこまでね。
Stop it, you two. I was worried that this would continue after the
危険
feast.
ですが、はるちゃんの言うことには一理あります。誰もがその時その時に適切な判断と言動ができるとは限らない。
If you ask me, Haru-chan has a point. Not everyone can say or do the perfect thing when it counts. Yep, and I agree with that too, but of course at the same time, it's also complicated in how you best communicate. It works well if everyone can have great communication skills in various different forms, but you've got people like me too that can't really communicate well with words like I'm doing. Like, you might be saying, oh, but you are right now, or you're at least attempting to right now, but honestly, a lot of how I work and such, I end up being better off in written form than in verbal means like this. And people have noticed it too, like, I can be a little off when I'm talking like this, whereas I seem more normal to people when I'm writing. Because I don't really make quite as many mistakes. Like, there are some slip-ups from time to time, but generally I don't make too big of mistakes in writing.
でもそれを強いるのが読み耳の宴。判断と言動の結果は 表という形でダイレクトに現れてしまう。
But the feast demands that we do our best. Our decisions and actions are directly related to the results from the voting.
残念ながら肝臓さんの言動は多くの人がアウトだと思ったからああなった。そう考えるべきでしょう。
Unfortunately, what Kanzo-san did yesterday was unacceptable to most people. It's best to consider that the cause of what happened to him.
ろくでもないが判断は迫られ、言動には究極的な責任の取り方を求められる。
It's
こ
awful,
れもよ
but
く
there.
考えてください。
It's awful, but there are heavy responsibilities involving your behavior here. Keep that in mind.
あと、個人の判断が過剰に身内びいきになっていないかどうかには言及を避けます。皆さん、
Also,
勝手に考えてください。
Also, please avoid accusing others of biases. Think for yourselves instead. And that's a good thing that I kind of agree with. We all have that kind of problem, including me, of like thinking about possible biases. I don't always outright state what a person's biases that I believe that they are doing, but in my mind, I'm like, that's just your own bias or things. But at the same time, historians do that a lot. They acknowledge other people's biases and that's how they try to come out with an unbiased opinion or viewing, is to actually recognize those biases. But yes, accusing others of them isn't so great.
次、リカコさんです。
Rikako-san, you're next.
メイコに投票
One for Mako. Now this I didn't expect. What? Of course I don't expect that either. Why would she want to get rid of the child?
メイコ無事なです。
Mako is most likely...
この場では
Mako...
皆様の利を
Mako is most likely...
存在でしょう。
Mako is most likely the badger. She is the only one here who is obviously working against us.
メイコ以上に理に反する方が見えない以上
With no one else being an obvious... With no one...
決断をすべきと思います。
With no one else being an obvious threat, I believe I should prepare to get rid of her just in case. I hate you.
次、メイコちゃん。
You're next, Mako-chan. Fusayuki-san. If this wasn't a subject, I'd have fallen to my knees in exasperation. She didn't change even in this situation. It probably didn't matter to her at all. She'd have seen me as an enemy regardless. Though maybe fighting the badger wasn't so bad, it reinforced the idea that I wasn't a wolf.
僕ですね。
I'm next. I had to use the voting order to my advantage here. One for Mako. Why was she shocked?
現状はギャグとして流せますが、今後複数の票が入るようになると、僕も命が危ない。
We can laugh it off now, but if she'd voted for me when I had multiple votes, my life would be in danger.
次、どうぞ。
Next. There was another reason for my choice. We had 2 voters left. Tai-san was the current top with 4, and Kaori-san and Mako were tied for second with 2. If Mamiya-san and Hashimoto-san joined forces, they could bring either of them to 4 and take it to a final vote. By forcing them to make this choice, I would crush their ability to remain neutral. Also, I was pretty sure at this point that Tai-san would die. As the current leader of the feast, I would be given the role of pushing her off at the hanging pine. If I voted for her, she would hold a grudge, making the whole process a bit
ちょっ
harder.
と投票状況見せて。
Show me the votes so far. Here.
橋本さん、山脇さんと織部さん、メイコちゃんの中で怪しいと思う人いますか？
Hashimoto-san, which of these do you think is the most suspicious? Yamawaki, Oribe-san, or Meiko-chan? Why are you asking his opinion right now? Because it doesn't seem like you can think for yourself right now, Mamiya. But who knows what your reasoning of the line that you're asking him about here. But she doesn't want to do Fasaishi in, huh?
君は自分の意見で投票しなくていいのかい？
Shouldn't you vote by yourself? Hashimoto agrees with me.
票は入らなかったけど、私も容疑は晴れてませんから。猿のカゴ茶である橋本さんに票を委ねさせてもらえないですか？
I didn't get any votes this time, but I'm still not confirmed to be human, so I want to give it to you, a monkey.
それで信用が得られたらいいが。
Well,
言おうか。
well, I hope that makes you more trustworthy. I'll say it then.
僕は不妻子君に投票する。
I'll vote for Fusaishi-kun. Everyone was
理
shocked.
由を伺ってもいいですか？
Can I have a reason?
理由はね、
I don't have one yet.
僕は君に対して1割とか2割の疑いを持っているけど、それは難癖レベルの疑いでしかないから。
I'm a bit suspicious of you, but my foundation for that is very weak at this point. That's kind of a reasonable explanation there. I don't like it, but logically, reasonably, it makes sense, and I can't really fault him for that.
本格的に疑いを向けるには材料が足りない。それが集まってから言わせてもらおうかな。
I don't have enough reason to truly suspect you. I'll mention it once that changes. Okay. Is that a bluff or?
ね、これに票を合わせても微妙でしょ。
No point in voting like I did,
何
huh?
ですか？結果が決まりましたよ。
Are you sure we have a result now?
それは他の人たちの投票の結果だよ。
It's the result of other people's votes.
わかりました。前言撤回は不信を招くでしょうし、一貫して票は委ねます。
Alright, well, it looked bad if I went back on my statement, so like I said, I'll vote the same way as you.
あ、僕は言動と投票に責任を持つべきっていう不妻子君の仕切りには全面的に賛成ですよ。いいリーダーだ。
Oh, also, I fully agree with letting Fusaishi couldn't be in charge. He even said we should be responsible for what we say and do. An excellent leader.
それはどうも。僕に2票ですね。
Thanks, 2 votes for me. Yes.
最多得票数4票の山脇大さんがくくられることになります。
The results are in. Tai Yamawaki has the most votes at 4, meaning she will be hanged. Sigh.
安水はもうダメだわね。
Yasumizu is truly damned now. No, it was your attitude that damned you. Though I would end Yasumizu anyway.
あんたは、蛇の使
Do
命
your
と最後まで果たすのよ。
do your job as the snake. As I held the rope, she told me that.
もちろんです。
Certainly. I'd work as a fake snake, though. I gave her the usual rise not spiel and pushed her. The moment she fell, she let out a sharp sound, like tearing cloth. No. Of course she would. No one wanted to die. Yasumizu people, old people, no one at all. Perhaps she wasn't as prepared for this as she was last time. The tense rope seemed to shake from her from her struggling longer than last time. And then, Tai Yamawaki died.
僕、今日ご飯いらない。
I don't need food today. That was what she said. No, that was what he said after the feast ended. Why?
香りママ疑っちゃったし、気まずいからね。
I suspected Mommy Cowrie, so it'd be kind of weird, kind of awkward. It really didn't seem that way. He said that with Cowrie-san nearby and with a full smile at that.
気にしなくていいのよ。全部を疑うのは大事なことだから。
I don't mind. It's important to suspect
あり
everyone.
がとう。でも決めたからいいや。明日はもらうよ。ごめんね、香りママ。それじゃ。
Thanks, but I've already decided I'll have some tomorrow, though. Sorry, Mommy Cowrie. Bye.
どこに行く？
Wait, where are you going?
もう寮に帰っとく。
To the dorm.
霧の中は危険です。
It is dangerous in the mist.
それなんだけど、本当になんかがいるなら、夕方帰るときに、もうなんか起きてないとおかしくないかな。
About that, if there really was something there, I think something might have already happened when we went back to our rooms in the evening.
まあ、それはそうだけどさ。日中は全員で過ごせとか、そんな掟そもそもないんだし。
That's true, and it's not like there's a law that says we should all spend the day together.
僕も、それはあまり心配してないかな。
I'm not worried either.
ならば私も帰らせてもらうぞ。付き合いきれるか？
What? Then I shall go back to... I'm not wasting time here.
不吉なセリフだな。
What an ominous line.
ただ、やっぱり集団行動はすべきだね。なぜなら近持くん。君が霧に潜んで何かしないか。
Though I
他
do...
の人が心配になる。
Though I do think we should be in a group after all. Other people might start to worry that you'll use the mist to do something.
なるほど。僕がみんなを襲う可能性もあるのか。
Oh, so it's possible that I'll attack someone?
理解してくれて助かる。
I'm glad you understand.
バイバーイ。
Okay then, bye-bye. He pranced into the mist.
おお、やられた。
Oh dear, he has me beat.
すいません。周りの迷惑とか考えないんです、モッチーは。
I'm sorry, Mochi is the kind of person who doesn't care if he bothers
マ
someone.
サト様は大人の分別
Nasada-sama,
を
you...
いただけるもの。
Nasada-sama, you should be more adult about
あ
this.
あ、いや、もちろんですよ。
Oh yes, of course, hahaha.
私も、今日はいらない。
I'm not hungry either, bye. Oh crap. Haru-chan.
待ちなさい、さっきの話を。
Wait, were you even listening? People protested, but no one jumped out to stop her, so she ended up running away. This wasn't her just distancing herself from Kaori-san. This was the breaking up of the high school trio. Mochi was no longer comfortable around Asinaga-kun or Haru-chan. I didn't know which Either way, they were through. And Haru-chan was still awkward about what she told Yasunaga-kun in the feast, or at least acted like it.
気にしてんじゃねえよ。後ろ暗いところがなきゃ、後で向こうが謝ってくるっての。
Don't mind it unless they're hiding something. They're gonna apologize later.
そうね。義継、ちょっと手伝ってくれるかしら。
Yes, Yoshisugu. No, Yoshisugu, can you help me?
は？めんどくせえ。いや、いい、やる。
What a bother. Screw it, I'll do it.
久石さん、ちょっとあの二人を見に行ってもらえない？
Fusaishi-san, can you go check on them?
それなら僕が。
I can do that too.
砂が、今はやめておきなさい。
It's not a good time, Yasunaga.
いいですよ。
Sure, I'll do it. I accepted it, then waited a moment for any objections, only to get none. Last time Takumi-san had said that the snake shouldn't go outside. Did they just not think about that at all, or had I already lost everyone's
あ
trust?
の子たちに、気にするなって言ってあげて。
Tell them not to worry about this too much.
わかりました。リカコさん、ちょっとだけ外出しますね。安水の、大人としての働きをしてきます。
Alright, Rikako-san, I'm going out for a second to try and be a responsible
ずるい
adult.
です。
This is not fair.
すみません。
Ha ha ha, sorry.
違います。
No. I didn't really know what she meant by not fair, but now I was even more confused.
子供は、ずるいです。
Children are not
心配し
fair.
てもらえて。
Children are not fair. They're worried about even if they do whatever they like. What a simple motion.
なんか今の言葉で、リカコさんも心配になってきました。
Hearing that made me kind of worried about you.
本当ですか？
Really?
実は先ほどから
Well,
動機が激しくて。
really? Well, my heart is throbbing quite wildly right
大丈
now.
夫ですか、リカコさん。さすって差し上げましょう。
Are you okay? Should I give you a message? Should I give you a massage?
今収まりました。
No, it went away just now.
どんな神経してるのよ、この状況で。
How can you behave like that in this situation?
行ってきます。
I'm going. The other things had begun to crumble. No, the order of things had begun to crumble. I took some items from the prefab and went to the dorm. Standing in front of Haru-chan's room, I knocked on her door.
誰？
Who's there?
不妻子だけど、
Usaishi. She opened the door.
何の用よ。
What do you want? She sounded moody, but there was none of the harshness from before. It felt more like she was perplexed. She was probably thinking that I might have come here as a
い
wolf.
ろいろ言うべきこともあったんだけど、君の格好を見て全部吹っ飛んだ。
I was going to say something, but your outfit caused my mind to go
こ
blank.
れ？部屋着よ。悪い？
What about it? This is what I wear inside my room. I figured no one wore this kind of thing since the war. Oh, I just remembered that Yasumizu people frequently survived on hand-me-downs. This was probably from someone else here. It was the exact opposite of the usual weird fashion, but it was strangely fitting. It was probably her face. It went well with distinctly Japanese fashion, no matter the
とり
era.
あえずこれ、あげるよ。食べて。
Anyway, here, eat up.
何これ？
What's this? In my hands, I had orange boxes of food, the same kind Chiemi had given me the first
クッ
time.
キーみたいなやつ。結構腹持ちがいいから、3箱くらい持っていくがよい。
They're like cookies. They're far easier on your stomach. Take 3.
へえ、食べたことないや。ありがとう。助かる。
Oh, I've never tried these
お
things.
腹減ってるんでしょ？無理しなきゃいいのに。
You're hungry, right? You shouldn't force
気ま
yourself.
ずいもん。
But it's awkward.
わかるけど。
Yeah, I understand.
香織さんには後で謝る。
I'll apologize to Kaori-san later.
安永くんにもね。
And to Yasunaga-kun
そう
tomorrow.
だね。それじゃあ、また。
Yeah, anyway, see you. She closed the
僕
door.
にもくれるのだろうな、ハッサン。
You're sharing with me too, right? Huh. I turned around but didn't see anyone.
こっちだ、こっち。
I'm over here. He sure was. His face is right outside the railing on the second floor, almost right next to my feet.
え？1階からジャンプしたの？
You jumped from the first
そ
floor.
んなわけないだろう。階段のところからこっそりと侵入し、懸垂状態でこっちまで横移動してきたのだ。
Like I could, I just grabbed on from the staircase and climbed my way over. Come on, that would have been amazing if you could actually do that. But they're playing this kind of realistically here.
器用だな。猿か君は。
Wow, are you a monkey?
ところが、降りられないし登れない。
But I can't get down or up.
何をやっている？
What are you doing?
ハッサン、ヘルプ。
Help me, Hassan. I went down to the first floor, waited until he let go and caught him. He's pretty light for a guy, so this wasn't a challenge.
ドキッとしただろう。
Made you blush, didn't I? Well, he did look like a small, cute girl, but I'd seen something I'd rather her not while I was looking upward, so he really didn't.
なんでこんなことを？受け狙いか？
What are you doing? Fishing for
い
laughs?
や、ボロを出すかなと思って。
No, I just thought you would spill the beans. Huh? Huh?
これまでのハルちゃんなら、あんな変な突っかかり方をしないと思うんだよね。
I just think that Haru-chan isn't the type of girl to go on the offensive like
ハ
that.
ルちゃんのじっちゃんのことがあるにしたって、あれはやっすんのせいって感じでもなかっただろう？
I know there's the whole thing with her grandpa, but it's weird to make it Yasun's fault, right? So he's noticing quite a few things.
なんだろうな。じっちゃんに向けてたイライラを、やっすんに向けたのかな。でもそれも変だな。
Was she just redirecting her frustration with her grandpa at him? But that'd be weird too.
僕の知ってるハルちゃんなら、じっちゃんもやっすんも、どっちもけなさずに済むようなこと言って、なあなあにする。
The Haru-chan I knew wouldn't say anything that make it seem like she's blaming them. She did just shrug it off. You are quite observant, Mochi.
そこで、ああ、もしかして、ハッサンあたりがハルちゃんをたぶらかしたのではないか。という
That's why.
どうだ？
That's why I thought that you might have done something to her. What do you think?
全然違う。
No way. Well, actually, it was hard to say that I didn't. What the hell was up with this guy's intuition?
僕は単に君らを軽く叱りつつ、今日の分の食べ物を分けに来ただけ。
I just came here to scold you guys a bit and give you some food.
そうだ、それだ。食べたい。
Oh yeah, give me. I did that and he instantly opened up. And he instantly opened it.
おー、スイーツだな。
Oh, sweets, huh?
おほー。粉っぽいけど、おいしいぞ。おいしいぞ、ハッサン。
Whoa, it's sweet, but really good. I love it,
お腹
Hassan.
減ってんなら無理するなよ。
Don't force yourself if you're that hungry.
いやー、そろそろマジで毒を盛られるんじゃないかって気もしてさ。
I just thought that I was in danger of being
香織
poisoned.
さんはそんなことしないだろ。
Kaori-san wouldn't do that. At least right now.
誰かが抑えてなきゃ、とっくにそうなってる気がする。
I feel like it would have already happened if someone wasn't there to stop her.
なんなんだ、やたらさっきから危ない過程をしまくってないか君は。
What are you getting at? Can you go a minute without making weird assumptions?
香織ママは、狼だと思うんだけどな。
I do think that Nami Kaori is a wolf.
多分さ、そういうこと言ってると、みんな僕のことを鬱陶しく思うのだろ？
If I said that with everyone around, everyone would just think I'm a baller,
だ
right?
から、ハッサンだけに言ってるのだ。
That's why I'm saying it to just you. And why would you say that to us? Because you are right that she's a wolf, but we are too. So there's gotta be some limits to your intuition right now.
僕は信用してもらえてるんだ。
So you trust me?
ハッサンは、汚れを受けるようなことはしないだろう？
Yeah, I mean you wouldn't do anything that earned you the corruption, right?
なんかずっとカマをかけられ続けてるような気分になってきた。
I feel like you're hinting at something with every sentence you say.
もしそうならモッチ、そこまで露骨にやるとあんまり効果的じゃないからね。
If you really are, let me just tell you that's not getting across.
そっか。難しいな、人間社会って。
Really? Human society sure is difficult. What a child of the wild thing to say.
それ食べてしっかり物意味して寝るんだよ。あと明日はちゃんと香織さんに謝るんだ。
Anyway, eat up, shelter, and sleep, and apologize to Kaori-san tomorrow.
気が向いたらね。
If I feel like it.
じゃあね。早いけどおやすみ。
Anyway, it's early, but good
ハ
night.
ッサンさ、
Hassan,
ハッサンとハルちゃん、狼？
are you and Haru-chan wolves? Now you ask that? Like, he's right on the nose right now. But, I'm like, how is he coming up with that? I couldn't let that question trip me up.
ああ、いいのだ。別に。会ってても、会ってなくても、殺しても、殺さなくてもさ。
No, it's fine. I don't care if you are or not, or if I'll die or not.
ただ、ハルちゃんがハッサンあたりと組んで、悪かろうがなんだろうが、強くなってくれてさ。
I just had a hunch that she grew stronger thanks to teaming up with someone. What they're after might be a good thing or bad thing,
それが
though.
ハルちゃんの幸せならさ、僕的には大歓迎だ。
But if it makes her happy, I'm okay with that.
おーい、もう確定なのかよ。
Hey, why are you acting like that's true?
違うの？
Huh? It isn't?
なんでこんなに疑われてるんだろう。そりゃ違うさ。
Why are you suspecting me? Of course it isn't.
別に、なんでとかはないぞ。ミスとかもしてないだろう。ハッサンは自信を持つといい。
There's no reason. I'm just thinking aloud. Be more confident. I really couldn't.
学校だとさ、証明とかあるじゃん。僕がいくら正解当てたって、証明がないと先生は点くれないんだよね。
You know how you have to show your work at school? Well, I get a lot of answers right, but if I don't show my a work I don't get credit.
しょうがないじゃん。証明とかわからんけど。なんか、わかるんだから。
I really don't understand proof or whatever, I just know things. And this is where Mochi and I kind of differ. Like, I've probably got high intuition too at times, but I can understand proof and things like that. The problem comes out that I can't always voice it, whereas I can explain it in writing very well, or at least to some degree that you should be able to see where I'm getting at. And that's where he and I kind of differ. But at the same time, I do kind of understand his positioning here of things being tough and just knowing things. Like, people come to me at times for relationship advice. I don't care about those things like that, but they come to me because they think I give good advice, and things like relationships and that, it's just one of the things that I can say I just know it, but I don't understand how I know it, and that kind of thing. And in those times I can explain myself quite well in a way that would make sense to them of that, but again, it's just one of those things like, I know it, but I don't know why I know it, kind of thing. So Mochi and I are kind of in that same boat there, like I said.
だから、
So,
まあ、外れてるかもしんないし、ほんと、どうでもいいんだよ。
well, I could be wrong, but I really don't care.
殺すとか、やったことないけど、くくるの見てる限り、そんなに面白そうじゃないし。
I've never really tried killing anyone, but from what I saw in the hangings, it really didn't seem all that fun or interesting. And yet you had a lot of fun when you were the wolf, Mochi, and you got cornered.
やっすんにも生き残って、幸せになってほしいけど、きっと無理だよね。
I want Yasun to survive and become happy, but that's probably impossible. Yeah, Kaori-san was a wolf after
だ
all.
から、まあ、
So
僕
yeah.
は適当に思ったことを言うだけなんで、頑張れ、ハッサン。
I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. Do your best, Hassan. In some ways, I'm kind of jealous of Mochi. At times, I do say whatever comes to my mind a lot, and that's probably going to help me here with these streams like that if I do that. But at other times, I just don't, and it ends up frustrating me a lot. Not that I don't do that. The frustration comes more so, and at least in the things that I can observe myself, it comes more so from me being forced to listen in on people when I don't care to, and like when I'm bored and such, and so I'm like, I don't feel like participating in this, but I'm forced to listen in on it just because there's no way to drown them out otherwise, unless I maybe have something like this on and know what is actually going on like there is right now. But generally a lot of the times I'm just sitting there, I'm forced to listen to people, and then I just hear things that make me think that these guys aren't living their own lives. Like, for example, what recently happened was I went to a family reunion, and somebody was kind of like lamenting not being able to drive or something like that. And I was like, you've got your own feet, and while I do understand the infrastructure wise, why do you think that you're not free to go about on foot? And if more people did go out on foot, then the infrastructure would improve, because that brings more awareness. But simply, I wanted to ask that person why and such, but I didn't, because I didn't want to get involved in their conversation there, and I just didn't feel like it. Plus, it could just come off as rude, and I don't necessarily care about those things at times. More of the politeness thing. I just don't want to deal with the hassle, and so that just ends up frustrating me there, because I have to listen in on somebody that, for all I know at that time, just isn't thinking for themselves, and is just a victim of their circumstances, and they're not knowing or thinking about things. Same thing with another result that I had during that conversation there, because another person was like, I am lonely and I want to go to church with my family, but I can't really do that because I'm expected to go to this meeting house at this particular time. But I went through these guys that would give me permission to switch to my family's ward so I can go, and at that time I was just going, lady, just go to your the place that you want to go to church at with your family. Don't give those people power over you, because if they need help at that church house or whatever, there's nothing stopping you from actually offering your services other than stupid rules that are in place, and by playing by those stupid rules, you're giving them power over you. But just like the woman, person that wasn't happy because they lost their ability to drive around and such, I didn't say anything to them. And it just made me frustrated and not be able to enjoy myself there. So, in this kind of way, I'm jealous that Mochi does say what comes to his mind without regard for anything. Whereas me, I can do that at times. And it happens more when I'm in situations like what Mochi's in than it does when I'm dealing with writing. Because when I'm writing, I'm more focused on things. So, in a way, yeah, I'm jealous of him. But he is kind of stupid at times, too.
忘れてた。
Oh, I almost forgot.
ハッサン、ありがとう。墓にはぜひ、こいつを備えてくれい。
Thanks, Hassan. Leave some of these on my grave. He tore off another aluminum package, all smiles. After that, I left the dorm. Mochi knew. There was no logic behind it, he just knew. Despite that, he said he wouldn't do anything. That was a lie. He'd already voted for Kaori-san, so he was definitely following his intuition. He'd probably vote for me at some point, just because I seemed kinda shady. However, like he just said, no one would take his baseless accusations seriously. Even so, a vote was a vote. I was getting more and more of them. Would I survive?
ならないで。
Don't become. What did she mean by that? I didn't really understand.
かおりさんごめんね。昼は投票までしちゃって。
Kaori-san, I even voted for
い
you.
いのよ。演技だって分かってたし。安永ったら慌ててたわね。
It's fine. I knew you were just acting. Did you see how perplexed Yasunaga was?
かおりさんの演技もかっこよかったよ。匠兄のこと引き合いに出したのは強かったよね。
Your acting was really good too. I really liked how you mentioned Takumi-san.
私たちで殺してるのにね。
And we're the ones who killed him. An act where they praised each other's acting. After I met up with Haru-chan and came to the dining hall, she started talking to Kaori-san like this. In Kaori-san's case, this is a side effect of the madness born of her emotions and sense of right. In Haru-chan's case, I told her to behave around Kaori-san, so I was relieved to see she did.
で、久石さん、今日はどうするの？
So what do we do today? Once that nonsense was finished, she put on a serious expression. The situation was difficult and tense. Though it was just his intuition, Shikamochi Kamoshida was getting real close to finding us out. I told this to Haru-chan, who said, "But it's just Mochi since he wasn't really influential." She wasn't wrong, but it was entirely possible the humans would reach for any possible lead out of desperation. Also, killing him would reduce the number of confirmed humans, and getting rid of him early would prevent any info from leaking. The humans would wonder why the wolves would go for him, which could probably be pretty bad for us if anyone saw me talking to him. Then there was Yudai Hashimoto. He was antagonistic toward me in the most direct way. He'd set me up as the leader and would now try to expose me. His strange actions, like his vote, probably drew everyone's attention. If his words tomorrow were convincing enough, the idea that it was dangerous to have me as a leader would spread even further. I couldn't help but feel it was best to get rid of him early, but it was too late for that. I'd definitely be suspected if I killed him now, but I wasn't completely defenseless. Though I was also concerned about how we'd still hadn't fulfilled the promise to kill the Oribe brothers. Why? Because I had no idea what Kaori-san would do if we postponed that again, if only she was more cooperative. Yasunaga Oribe was as influential as always, and he was considering my words as the new leader very carefully. Though he was a lot less powerful than he was at the start, not to mention he'd been protected by the Spire once already. If that happened again, our situation would be really dire. Yoshisugu Oribe, however, was better left alive for now. Like always, he supported his brother while being staunchly opposed to the elders and village heads. People who fragmented the group were helpful to us. The crow was dangerous at first glance, but as a false snake, I would only be in danger if his information contradicted mine. In other words, if there were no contradictions, I could use him to strengthen my credibility. then there was the spider. To get rid of them, we had to kill either Hisako Mamiya or Rikako-san. However, there were more immediate dangers. Right now, I had to pick one of those three. Okay. So, Shikamochi would be safe, but he's also a bit too on the nose with his intuition. And I agree with Fusaishi's advice here. We need to take Hashimoto out as quickly as possible. But we were just made the leader, so going after him now wouldn't be any good. So let's go after Yasunaga again, because we don't know the spider's routine yet. We only know that the spider protected him once. I named we had to kill today and provided some advantages of doing that. I hoped they would understand, but why the laugh?
ごめんなさい、久石さん。
I'm sorry,
いろ
Fusaishi-san.
いろ考えていただいたけど、無駄にしちゃったわ。
You seem to have given this a lot of thought, but I put it to waste. Huh? No, she
森
didn't.
さん、ドアに触れたの？
Did you touch the door? The only door that the wolves could open was for the first one we touched.
ええ。だって、また後回しにされたらかなわないもの。
Yes, I couldn't have survived another delay. She'd finally gone out of control. We wolves couldn't fall to a single betrayal, so unity was even more important for us than for humans, and yet she'd done this? Then again, maybe it was my own fault. I made killing her sons the foundation of our
どっ
alliance.
ちのドアに触れたんです？
Whose door did you touch?
安永よ。昨日失敗していたから、今日目が覚めてすぐ、あなたたちが出てくる前に、両親だわ。
Yasunaga, we didn't get him yesterday after all. This night I went to the dorm right after waking up, before you two even left.
鍵は開いたんですね。
Was it unlocked?
ええ、間違いなく。少し開けて確認したわ。
Yes, I'm sure of it. I even opened it up a bit. That was good enough. Then if we had to kill Yoshisugu-kun, I'd had to rethink my plans. Haru-chan was looking at me. She was asking if this wasn't the right time. Yeah. There was no guarantee that she could spend a whole day with like a proper wolf after Yasunaga-kun died. In that
香織
case,
さん、お願いがあります。
Kara-san, I have a favor to ask you.
何かしら。
What is it?
明日、死んでくれませんか？
Can you die tomorrow? We would get rid of her.
死に方を決めるのは、息子を二人とも殺した時ではなかったのかしら。
Didn't we agree that I would die after I killed both my sons?
香織さん、自分でどう思いますか？明日一日、安永君を殺した事実を完全に隠して、遺族として振る舞いますか？
Kari-san, think about it yourself. Could you spend the entirety of tomorrow like a proper mother who'd lost her child, perfectly hiding the fact that you did it yourself?
一刻も早く義継君を殺して、自分が楽になりたいと、実力行使に出ない自信がありますか？
Don't you think you would kill Yoshisugu-kun right away to find peace?
難しくないかな。今日すでに実力行使してるし。
It'd be too hard for you, right? You've already done something without our knowledge tonight.
そう言われると。
You're not. You're not wrong
それ
there.
も実際死んで楽になれるならそれは楽でいいけれど
Well, I don't mind dying and finding peace, but
もちろん吉嗣君は必ず殺します。
Don't worry.
することになっても彼だけは必ず。
don't worry, we will kill Yoshisugu-kun even if we end up losing.
わかったわ。明日
Alright, so
来る
I'll
のね
Alright, so I'll be hanged tomorrow. That'd help us a lot. I could only hope she pulled it off well. We then talked about how we would go about it. Then we returned to the dorm and killed Yasunaga Oribe. Like we'd agree, they were the ones to do it this time. They'd use whatever farming tools they could find outside. They were too rusty to make any clean cuts, so they had to stab him with a pickaxe and crush him with a hammer, too. In the end, the body was barely recognizable as human, just like with Takumi-san. The only real difference was when we had to stop Kaori-san, who was bashing the remains while laughing maniacally. That was the end. After calming her down in the dining hall, I reminded her what she'd have to do tomorrow.
僕らのことは明かさない。安永君の殺害は否定する。できるだけ感情的になる。
Don't tell them about us, deny having killed him, be as emotional as
そ
possible.
してあなたたちとは積極的に争う
And I'm supposed to argue against you.
あなたたちとはここでお別れね
I guess this is the last time we'll treat each other's
こ
allies.
こまでありがとう
Thank you for everything. I really didn't deserve
香織
gratitude.
さんもここまでありがとう
Kaori-san, thank you.
約束は必ず守りますから。
We'll fulfill our promise. The two villains said their goodbyes to the insane mother. They both felt strangely defeated yet respectful of her.
香織さんが死ぬ
Kaori-san's gonna die,
そう
huh?
だね。
Yeah.
いい君読み人に慈悲を注ぐ裏切り者
Serves her right. Anyone who feels sympathy for Yomobito is a traitor.
って思わなくていいんだよね
I don't have to think stuff like that, right?
あ
Yep.
善人ぶってて気に食わないあいつは仲間にはいらない
I don't like how she acts like a good person. I don't need anyone like her on my side.
そんなことだって思わなくてもいいんだ。
You don't have to think that way either.
泣くと心も疲れるから
It's fine. I'd cry otherwise, and that's too exhausting.
好きにしていい。
You can do that too if you want.
心と体を縛るものを一切無視してしまえばいい。それが悪の特権なんだから。
You can ignore anything binding your mind and body. That's the privilege of being evil.
春明は外で何をしてた人なの宗教家
What were you outside, Haruaki? A preacher?
まさか。でも秘密。
Not telling. That's a secret of
ここ出
mine.
たら教えてくれる
Will you tell me if we leave this place?
考える。
I'll think about
こ
it.
こ出たらどうやって生きよう
How would I live after getting
どう
out?
しようね。
I wonder.
私お金持ってないちょっとだけ助けてくれる
I don't have any money. Would you help me out? This is something that I kind of find funny. Like, yes, our world relies on money, whether it's the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, Filipino peso, and things like that. But the real thing our society runs on is value. What value can you give me or I give you? Like, sure, I'm just doing these streams for fun, but that's what it all goes down to in the day. And money is just a stand-in for that value. It creates that paradigm where we don't have to think of anything else other than the exchange of money. It simplifies that. Otherwise, if we do go to a bartering system like people want us to, we would be finding ways of getting what we want even in a bartering system. It won't be like, oh, you don't have what I want, so you don't get that. I've had this kind of discussion in the past with other people, and people have pointed it out really well of my of a good way to put my reasoning. When somebody can't get what they want, then you'll end up making promises everywhere to the point where you'll just have a stand-in for value again, which means we return back to money, because money is the simplest way to solve everything in terms of value and such. But of course, because people don't see that a lot of the time, or don't acknowledge that, and they focus on getting money, then when they're old and retired, or retired for any reason, or sick to the point of not being able to contribute, money is the only thing they can give. They have no value in that except maybe their stories, which interests both me, because I like learning about the past and that, and actual historians too, because old people, the stories can be interesting to find out how we got the way we are today and such. So I guess stories and money they can give. But that's about all that anyone can give at the end of the day. Because other than value, the only other thing you've got to give is information, and stories are information, and thereby stories have value. So, we don't know what Haru can give out in terms of value.
お金だけでいいの？
You'd be fine with just a bit of money.
住む家とか仕事とか
I'd also need a place to stay and a job. And so you're willing to give up your time to create value, huh? Because time is another form of currency, but unfortunately, like other forms of currency that many of us are used to, like information and that, you can't really get time back at all. Once you waste it, you waste it. Money, you can get back if you make smarter decisions and such. Information, same way. It's time that you can never get back.
できる範囲では手伝うさ。というか、日本にいられるかもわからないし。
I'll help you whatever way I can. Honestly, I'm not sure if we'll even be able to stay in Japan.
そうなると、二人で協力して逃げるしかないかもしれないね。
We might even have to cooperate and escape.
それは嘘だ。一人の方がよっぽど逃げやすいでしょ、春秋は。
Yeah, it'd be way easier for you to escape on your own, right?
気を使ってくれてんの？それとも私目当て？
Are you just being nice to me, or are you actually falling for me? Well, that's a good question to ask, Haru. But me, if I were to answer this, I would probably say just being nice. Because me, I kind of prefer living the solo life. Like, yes, I need help from other people, like friends and family and the community. So I know I can't really be alone all the time, but in this kind of context that she's asking for it, I would just say, I'm just trying to be nice.
どっち答えれば正解なのかな。
Which is the right
少
answer.
なくとも後の方言ったらそれは嘘。春秋は女の子には困らないでしょ。
If you say it's the latter, I'd say you're lying. I mean, it's not like women are hard for you to find, right?
なんだろう。はるちゃんはもうちょっと奥ゆかしいというか、そういう話が苦手なんじゃないかと思ってた。
What's this? I thought you were more reserved, since when was this something you liked talking about?
興味はあるよ、そりゃ。でもどうしたらいいかわからないし。
Well, I'm interested in it too, after all, but I don't know what to do about
兄
it.
ちゃんに嫌われたら嫌だし。
And I don't want Nichan to hate me. But didn't we just deal with him tonight?
好きだったんだよね。
You liked him, right?
好きって何？ただ嫌われたくはなかったし、一緒にいて楽しかったし。
What does that mean anyway?
してみたかったけど。
What does that mean anyway? I didn't want him to hate me like being with him, and I wanted to try kissing him and such.
十分じゃん。
No. And stuff, not such. That's more than
もっ
enough.
と好きって特別な感情なんじゃないの？世界で一つだけの。
Isn't it more? No, isn't it a more special feeling, like the only one in the world?
君は真面目だな。まあ、特別と言えるほどすごい感情を持って恋愛する人もいるけど。
Well, aren't you innocent? Yeah, I won't say there aren't people who feel a special sort of love.
そうじゃないの？
Isn't that what's normal?
普通かどうかは、結婚については、この人ならいいかくらいでくっつくのが多いっぽいけどね。
I don't know about normal, but with marriage, at least it's more like, I guess this person will do fine. Yep, and I kind of agree with him at the end of the day. There's no such thing as the one at all. I like his reasoning on this, even though people do like the idea of the one or a soulmate. At the end of the day, we're just people, and we are the only ones that are going to be there for our entire lives. Everyone else will eventually go away.
夢が崩れるな。
Great, thanks for ruining my
そう
dreams.
かな。他人と一緒に暮らすってだけでエキサイティングだと思うけどな。
Really? I'd say that being able to live together with someone is pretty exciting.
春秋はあるの？女の人と一緒に暮らしたりとか。
Did you ever live with a girl like that? Kind of an interesting question here. I'd say just living with a girl would be just like living with any other human being. But then again, I can't really say that for sure, since other than family, I've never done that. Lived with a girl. All I can say is I'd rather live with a girl that I could trust than some stranger.
あるよ。
I did.
不潔だと思う？まあ実際、 あんまり綺麗じゃない局面もいっぱいあるけどさ。
You think it's indecent? Well, I won't deny that there was a dirty side to it.
不潔か。
Indecent, huh?
こうして狼になって人を殺して血に汚れてついでに悪者になってみたけど
I became a wolf, killed people, got blood on my hands, and even turned into a
なん
villain.
でもなかったな汚れるのなんて
And honestly, becoming filthy really wasn't a big deal.
前みたいに棒切れ持って追いかけ回されなくてよかったよ。
I'm glad you're not chasing me with a stick anymore, at least.
あれはごめん
Sorry about that.
まあ、あれは事故だし。モッチーという名の人災だけど。
Well, it was an accident, a natural disaster. Hurricane Mochi! That describes him for sure, Hurricane Mochi!
ああでもなんか腹が立ってきた
I'm actually kind of mad now. Why?
春秋は意外と純粋でいてほしかった
I wanted you to be unexpectedly pure.
なんだそりゃ。
Ah ha ha ha. What the hell?
キスしてって言ったら
Would
してくれ
you
るの春
would
秋
you kiss me if I asked you? Yeah, alive. Why is she asking this? 'Cause sounds like she does want a kiss. But at best I'd probably just hug.
しない。
No.
春には魅力がないんだ
So I'm not attractive, huh?
君は思ったよりかなり魅力的だ。
You actually turned out to be way more attractive than I originally thought.
何それいろいろひどくない
What the hell? That's kind of mean. Well, it doesn't sound that great, yeah. I can agree with Haru there.
褒めてるんだ。君は面白いよ。面白いってのは僕的には最大の魅力だ。
I mean that in a good way. You're fun and interesting, and that's always been the deal breaker for me.
ただ、なおさらできない。ろくでもない恋愛で邪魔したくないから。
But that's exactly why I can't do it. Warped affection would get in the way.
ろくでもないって
Warped?
ろくでもないさ。共犯者が互いの傷を舐め合うだけだ。
It is warped. We'd be criminals licking each other's wounds.
それでも悪ならしていいんでしょ
That's appropriate for a pair of villains, right?
どうじゃ反論してもどうする
Well, where are your arguments now, villain?
どこまであなただったんだ？
How much of that was you?
さあのじゃがこの娘の体は貴様を受け入れる気はあるようじゃぞ
Who knows,
確か
but
めてみられるか
who knows, but it seems like this girl's ready to take you and care to give it a try.
あなたとしてそれはいいのか？
You're fine with that?
無論じゃ海増えるはあまねく良きことなり
Of course, a flourishing bloodline is always good. Alright, guys. I need a break definitely for bathroom and a drink. So I'm gonna take that chance to do that right now. If you guys need to do the same, feel free to do so. But if you need something to do, be sure to check out today's question of the day. If you don't see it, the command in the title of the stream while I'm live should bring it up. And with that, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hey Mira, how's it going? I just got back from a break and about to check on chat here. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, nothing there. What about here? Okay, nothing there. Alright, before I get on with this, it looks like my phone might need a charge, so I'm gonna take care of that, and then we can finally get back to things. So it'll be a bit. Alright. I should probably check on chat again. Just to make sure. Alright, nothing there. And I know I'm doing this more than I typically do, but better safe than sorry. Nothing there, so we are good to continue. Alright, here we are. Okay. So, here we are. Of course, a flourishing bloodline is always good.
悪人との子供であっても
Even if the child is that of a villain.
それもまた一興かと思いましたね。
That certainly is its own manner of excitement.
貴様の言う悪が我に混じれば、もしや忌々しき信頼明神を下すようなものになれるやもしれぬ。
Perhaps if the evil you speak of mixes with myself, we might be able to bring down the detestable Great Lord Chennai.
どうじゃ神とまがわってみるか
Well, do you wish to lay with me? I do not, because you're creepy right now. I sprinkled some water around us and slapped her.
しっかりしろ、はるちゃん。そんな奴に勝手にさせるな。
Get a grip, Haru-chan. Don't let her do what she wants.
何するの
Ow, what are you doing?
明日は、多分、きつい宴になる。もう戻って、休もう。
Tomorrow's the feast. Tomorrow's feast is gonna be rough. Let's get some rest.
おやすみ。
Good night.
私は、春秋のこと、好きだとは思わないけど。
I don't think that I like you or
で
anything.
も、いい加減なことは言ってない。
But I'm not just saying whatever comes to mind here.
私に悪を教えてくれた。
You taught me about
で
evil.
もまだ、春秋からは得られそうな気がしてるから言ったの。
And I feel like there's even more I can learn from you.
そこは、間違いなく。
I'm serious about
お
that.
やすみ。
Good night. Crap. She was becoming more and more my type of a girl. My type of girl. However, I also didn't want to feel even worse about my memories of events that never happened in this timeline. Saturday, huh? Day 5. Alright, we're still good. This was the first time I'd ever gotten this far. To kill 16 participants without any intervention by the corruption, the wolves needed about 7 days. All the wolves were still alive, but that would change today. The humans could go on the offensive too. Something would happen today. Could I really survive this? Along with one of the wolves? The one who found Yasunaga Oribe's body was his brother. Without the elders around, he'd taken it upon himself to patrol in the morning. Finding his brother's remains like that must have been traumatizing, and I thought that as one of those responsible. Naturally, he went crazy. Unlike when he'd lost his mother, he wasn't crying. Who did it? Who the fuck killed Aniki? His brother's death made him more angry than sad. He picked up a stick and swung it around with absurd ferocity. He charged at everyone indiscriminately and though no one was hurt, we all had to hide in our rooms for a while. The one to stop him was, of all people, Hashimoto-san. He was the only one who didn't lock himself up.
気持ちはとてもよくわかる。
I understand how you feel.
事故でも戦争でも親族を失った人たちは一様に君のようなやりきれない顔をしているよ。
Whether in accidents or war, your pain is shared by all those who lose family.
ただ本当の戦いはこの後。
But the real battle will begin shortly in the hall.
どう転んでも君には残酷な結末になるだろう。
No matter what happens, this will be a tragedy for you.
それでも正面から立ち向かうのが男ってもんじゃないか。俺はしずく君。
But facing it head on is the manly thing to do, right? Yoshisugu Oribe? He could. I like how Hashimoto's handling this. But then again, he's so far has been the level-headed one. It's just too bad that we have to contend with him now that we're the wolves.
君ももうとっくに分かってるはずだ。
You must know this already. Fuck. He threw the stick on the ground, and that was that. It took some serious guts to face an armed delinquent and talk him down. This was our enemy.
安永安永
Yasunaga. Yasunaga. Kaori-san was acting like, no, she was crying for real. To her, the murder was his liberation from this harsh world, but was also the end for them as mother and son. When you focused on that fact, it came as no surprise that the tears she shed were authentic. I had also made her kill him as thoroughly as possible, so there was that. Anyway, this was no time to have breakfast, and Yoshisugu-kun insisted that we start the feast right away, so that's what we did. Yoshisugu-sama, divine sake. No. You needed to repel the corruption. I said no. Then let us begin the feast. The old hag was a goddamn human. Angry like hell, he stood up and shouted that at me. We've got so few people left, so why haven't any of you hit a wolf yet? Say something, you lunatic. Those were just the results I was given. Oh yeah? Then who'd you look into this time? If you say you hit a human again, I swear I'll kill you. Man, he's definitely not being calm here. But it is understandable how he's feeling. I found a wolf. Everyone present wore a poker face. Their feelings were completely unreadable. Say it then, who's the wolf? I'm telling you to say it. I put on a burdened expression. If I was a human, it would have been extremely hard for me to accept that my employer and the one who helped me more than anyone else here was a wolf. What? Say it. To think she would kill her own son. No way. I'll fucking kill ya. If killing me will change the truth, then do it, Yoshisugu Oribe. Yes, Kaori Oribe is a wolf. You're lying. I'm not. This has to be some sort of mistake. Look at the state she's in. Asada-sama, if that is not true, then it would mean that either you or I are the wolves. What? The people still alive are? There are 4 unconfirmed humans. Take away Mako-chan, and you got 3. 2 of them are wolves. No, with Yamawaki-san gone, we've filtered out more than enough. Without Mako-chan, we have 4 unconfirmed humans, and only one of them can be human. I know I am human, so it has to be the remaining 3. No, nonsense, I'm human too. And so am I. Mom, say something. Tell them that you're human. course. Alright, guys. Looks like we're closing in on the time I normally wrap things up, so let's see how long this whole thing takes. The feast decision, even though we have a good idea of how it's gonna go from what they were discussing last night, to at least last night in terms of the story here. And we'll see where things are at from there. So let's see. Of course.
安永を殺せるわけが
I would never kill Yasunaga.
がよ誰なんだよ狼はよ
Damn it. No, damn right. Who's in the hell's the wolf?
あんたのせいでしょうが
It's all your fault. Kaori-san quickly grabbed Haru-chan. Huh? She was completely shocked for a second.
あんたが安永が手に入らないもんだからそんなことを
You did this because you couldn't have Yasunaga, didn't you? Oh, so she was making a mess of things.
あなたが
You...
あなただって息子を何だって思ってるのよ自分を好きに
You, what do you think your son is? You're so obsessed that...
私が何だと言ってみろほら
What? Say it.
息子のことが好きすぎて頭が狂ったんでしょうがあなたは
You're so obsessed with your sons that you've gone completely insane.
やってやるソガキ
You brat, take this. Right before things turned bloody, the others jumped in and stopped them. Of course, they were in no situation to continue the scene. Their act was mostly sincere. No, which was mostly sincere, left everyone stunned.
ああ、喧嘩か。でも一応言っとこ。やっすんのママ、昨日疑ってごめんね。
Oh man, a fight. I'll still say it though. Sorry for suspecting you, Yasun's mom. The one with the weakest reaction to the event, Mochi said the line least fitting the situation.
あなたかあなたでしょ友達じゃなかったのか友達ならそんな余裕があるわけない
You did it, didn't you? Weren't you friends? How can you feel that way about the death of a friend? She was basically attacking everyone now. It worked to show that she was a victim, but also made her a nuisance, just like Tai Yamawaki. She was doing what we'd agreed on.
まあ、なんとなくこうなるって思ってたからショックはないな。
Well, I did expect this to happen, so it's not that shocking.
鴨志田つくづく行かれてんのは分かってからちょっと黙ってる
Kamoshida, I already know you're fucking insane, so just shut up.
ヨッシーさ、もうちょっと考えてみなよ。
Yoshi. You think about
も
it.
し他の狼が殺すのにさ、香織ママが反対だったら、香織ママは刺してでも止めてんじゃん。
If one of the wolves wanted to kill Yasa and Mommy Kaori would have stopped them even if she had to stab them.
ってことは、香織ママも殺すのには賛成だったってことになるんだよ。
Since this happened, it means she'd actually approved of it.
お袋が狼の前提で喋ってんじゃねえよ
Don't talk like she's a wolf.
全員ちょっと黙ってくれないか
Can you all shut up for a second? Everyone only fell silent because they were tired of making loud noises. Still, silence was silence.
なんだよイカレ野郎
What is it,
みん
lunatic?
なもう言いたいことは言っただろういい加減冷静な人の意見を聞きたい
You've already said your piece, right? I now want to hear what the level-headed people have to say. With a tired voice, I said that, hiding my face.
雄大さん、
Yudai Hashimoto-san.
考えを聞かせてください。
I want to hear what you think.
意外だね。喋らせてくれるんだ。
Now this is unexpected. You're actually letting me talk. You'd talk sooner or later anyway. I figured I might as well give him the floor now to avoid a more decisive play from him later.
でも、君に都合のいいことは言わないよ。
I won't say anything that's useful to you.
僕には心当たりがないので。
I have no clue what you mean.
そう言われるとやりにくいな。
This makes this... no, that makes this a bit
自
harder.
信があるわけじゃないんですか？
You're not confident?
7割くらいしか。
I'm about 70% certain.
十分でしょう。それなら。
That's more than enough.
言おう。
Very well, I'll say it.
僕の考えは今日、不妻子くんに申し訳ないが、犠牲になってもらいたいというものです。
Apologies, but I think that we should make Fusaishi-kun the sacrifice for today. He went and said
た
it.
だ、僕は彼が狼かどうかには、まだ確定的な判断が下せない。
However, it's not like I have enough to proclaim with certainty that he is a wolf. You are definitely spot on here. I just wish you were an ally.
なぜか、今これから述べるいくつかの可能性が考えられるからですね。
Why? I will present a few possibilities now.
一つ、不妻子くんが本物の蛇で、織部さんが本当に狼で、残る4人の中に狼が2人。
First, Fusaishi-kun is the real snake. Oribe is a real wolf. As are the four remaining.
昨日まではこの方針で来た。それで狼は一人も出てこなかった。
That was how we operated until now, and so far we haven't had a single
今
wolf.
日出ました。
We have one today.
そうだね。昨日僕が君を脅したからかな。
Yes, because I threatened you yesterday. So that was his story, huh? Fuck.
そしてさっき Q ちゃんが言ったみたいに、残り4人に本当に狼がいるのか。いやー、心配だ。
And now, like Q-chan said, could there really be wolves among the four remaining? I worry that the answer is no.
ただ、それは一旦置いておいて、他の可能性を見よう。
Then let's set that possibility aside and consider a few others.
他の可能性は、今保護者だと言っている誰かが嘘をついていないとありえない。これは皆さんお分かりですよね。
These ones are only possible if someone who claims to have a guardian actually isn't one. Does everyone understand that? At this point, only Mako didn't.
まず、猿のカゴ者。つまり、僕と近持くんが嘘をついている可能性。これは限りなく低い。
First of all, let's look at the possibility of the monkeys, me and Shikamochi-kun being liars. This is extremely unlikely.
僕と彼は、全員がまだご存命の時に加護を明かし、対抗者がいませんでした。しかも、
We revealed ourselves and
正体を証明し合って、
we revealed ourselves when everyone was still alive and no one came out to deny it. And since we can vouch for each other, we...
猿が本物なのは知ってっから他のこと言えや。
Monkeys are good. We get it. Move on.
結構。次、カラスが嘘をついてる可能性。
Next is the possibility that the crow is lying.
彼は2日前、つまり3日目の冒頭でこれを明かした。狼じじい氏、ムロさん、それに芹沢さんが亡くなっていた。
He He revealed himself on the third day, 2 days ago. By that point, we'd lost the old man who cried wolf, Muro-san, and Serizawa-san.
この3人の中にカラスがいた可能性はまあなくはないと思います。だから対抗して名乗れなかったか。
It's not impossible that the crow was among them. That's why no one spoke up against him.
あるいは偽物の名乗りにどうしていいかわからないとか、誘いに乗って姿を現し狼にやられるのを恐れたか。
Or maybe the real one saw the fake's reveal as a trap and didn't know what to do, as coming out would lead to the wolves killing him.
そんな理由で黙っているうちに死んでしまった。
And they eventually died, having never revealed themselves.
それ以降亡くなったのは牧島さん、山脇さん、そして今日の織部安永くん。
However, the ones who died since then were Makishima-san, Yamawaki-san, and today's Yasunaga Oribe-kun.
この3人なら亡くなる前にというか吉次くんが立った瞬間カラスの加護を明かしていると思いますね。憶測ですが。
This is just an assumption, but I believe these three would have revealed themselves before they died, or rather right after Yoshisugu-kun came out as a crow.
とにかく彼が勢いよくカラスを表明したのは偽物の虚勢だったという可能性はゼロではない。
Basically, it wasn't impossible that his intense reveal was just a bluff.
カラスが嘘ならこれまでに処刑された方々の中に本物の狼がいたのかもしれないでしょう。
If the crow is a fake, then there could have been real wolves among the ones who were lynched.
狼じじい氏、牧島勘三氏、山脇妙さんの3人の誰か。
The old man who...
ね。
The old man who cried wolf, Kanzo Makishima-shi, Tai Yamawaki-san. There could be more than one, too.
嘘なんかついてねえし、これまでくくったじじいどもは全員人だ。
I didn't lie. The old farts who got hanged were all humans.
さて、そして最後。
And finally,
蛇の加護者、久西市春明くんが嘘をついてる可能性です。
and the possibility that the snake Haruaki Fusaishi-kun is a fake. Here we go.
彼が加護を明かしたのも3日前。だから条件は吉次くんと同じです。
He revealed himself on the third day, so the conditions were the same as for Yoshisugu-kun.
ただ、彼は室さんと安永くん、そして牧島春さんの人を発表している。生きているのは牧島さん一人。
However, he declared that Muro-san, Yasunaga-kun, and Haru Makishima-san are humans, and the only one and still alive is Makishima-san. Haru-chan looked at the floor and fell silent.
少なくとも室さん、安永くんは狼に殺されることで身の潔白を証明した。
Muro-san and Yasunaga-kun proved their innocence by being killed.
かといって彼の無実を証明することにはならない。偽蛇は本当のことだって言えます。
However, that isn't enough to prove that Fusaishi-kun is innocent. A false snake can still tell the truth after all.
狼は狼でない人が誰かわかるらしいですからね。
Because the wolves supposedly know who the other wolves are, right?
そういうこと。あ、最後にもう一つ。
Exactly. Oh, one more thing.
久石くんと吉次くんが二人とも嘘つきという可能性はあります。
It's also possible that both Fusaishi-kun and Yoshisugu-kun are liars. Now, we know that Yoshisugu-kun is telling the truth, or Yoshisugu is telling the truth here, because we already know who all three wolves are. We're just trying to make it through with to the end, and we're doing that by sacrificing Kaori, one of the wolves. But I still want to see how things turn out with what Hashimoto here is saying.
さすがに3日目の段階でカゴ車が2人狙い撃ちにされて、それで守備よく入れ替われたとは考えにくい。
But I find it really unlikely that two with Guardians were dead on the third day and they happened to replace them both.
まあ、考えにくいけど、あり得るということで一つ。
Well, unlikely or not, it's not impossible, but anyway.
この状況で皆さんどうするのが一番安心ですか？
What do you think is the safest thing to do here?
怪しいやつは全員くくる。
Hang everyone shady. You're picking up some Konzo vibes right now, Yoshisugu. But that would mean that you'd have to be hanged as well.
それも一案だが、時間がかかりすぎる。今日の一手のことを考えよう。
That's one option, but it would take too much time. Let's think about what to do today.
こしんだよ、デカブツ。
Get to the point, fatty.
吉次、あなた、もしかして。
Yoshisugu, are you actually...
違う、俺は人だ。カラスだっつってんだろ、おふくろ。
No, I'm a human. The crow, damn it.
吉次君は挑発行為はやめてくれ。あと橋本さん、もう少し端的に話してください。
Yoshisugu-kun, stop being so aggressive. And Hashimoto-san, you should get to the point.
みんな空腹とストレスで相当来てますよ。
Everyone's hungry and stressed.
これは失礼。じゃあもう言いますが、
Apologies, then let me say it.
僕はもう吉次君のことは大体本物だと思ってるんです。
I do believe that Yoshisugu-kun is most likely the real crow. Huh?
僕の予想では室匠さんは何らかのカゴ車でした。
And I believe that Takumi Muro-san had a guardian of some sort.
兄が
Takumi-ni?
ええ。なぜなら彼はまだ死ねないと言っていたからね。
Yes, after all, he said that he couldn't die yet. He noticed it too, huh?
彼はその他にもちょこちょこ何かを言いたそうに見えた。僕がそう見えたということは狼にも見えたかも。
It also looked to me like he'd had something to say and the wolves could have noticed that too.
まさか主観的ではないか。
That's not very conclusive, is it?
これは否定できませんね。ただ主観でない証拠なんて読み意味の宴の中にはそうそうありません。
I can't deny that, but finding hard evidence during the feast is difficult.
故に狼が人間観察によって決断を行い成功した可能性は必ず考慮しなければならない。
Therefore, we must consider the possibility that the wolves made some observations, acted based on what they saw, and succeeded.
つぐくんはそういうキャラクターにはどうしても思えないんですよ。
Yoshisugu-kun really doesn't seem like that type of person.
冷静に人間を観察し、平然と人格を装い、堂々とカゴ車のふりをするような、ね。
He doesn't look like he could calmly observe people and act convincingly enough to pretend to have a guardian.
それはつまり僕がそういう人間だっていうことですよね。
Are you saying that's the kind of person I am?
随分な人格攻撃だ。僕は爬虫類か何かですか？
That's a personal attack. Do you think I'm a chameleon or something?
こんな時じゃなきゃ褒め言葉だよ。とにかく。だから僕が一番危惧しているのは彼が本物かどうか。
In a different situation, it'd be a compliment. Anyway, the thing I'm worried about the most is whether or not he's the real one.
何せ彼が偽物ならば、牧島春さんも狼である可能性が出てくる。
If he's a fake, then Haru Makishima-san could be a wolf too.
当然、織部香織さんも濡れ衣を着せられている可能性がある。
And it would be possible that Kaori Oribe's son is being framed. Well, yes, that is a possibility, but we're the wolves and we know that she is a wolf. Everyone turned a suspicious eye on me. Crap, Kaori-san's tragic mother act was working too well. Everyone wanted to believe her more than me.
このまま彼の診断結果に従えば、まず織部香織さんを殺し、その後さらに2人3人を殺すことになります。
If we keep acting based on his investigations, we would have to kill Kaori Oribe's son and 2 or 3 more people.
その後、もしかしたら織部義嗣君が偽物かもと疑って殺す必要があるかもしれない。
Then there would be a need to start suspecting whether Yoshisugu Oribe-kun was fake or not.
その間に狼は同じ数の人を殺してしまう。手遅れになります。
During that
心
time,
配するのはそれだ。
during that time, the wolves would kill as many people as we did. It would be too late, and that's what I'm worried
だ
about.
から僕は彼に申し訳ないけど犠牲になってもらう。
So pardon me, but that's why I want Fusaishi-kun to sacrifice himself for us.
彼が本物かどうかは義嗣君のカラスの能力で判別できます。
We'll know if he's real based on Yoshisugu-kun's power.
彼が本物なら現状通り織部香織さんを処刑し残る者を追い詰めればいい。
And if he is, we would lynch Kaori Oribe-san and try to corner the other 2.
彼が偽物なら現状人だと判定されている牧島春さんも疑うべきだとわかる。
And if he's fake, we would have to start suspecting Haru Makishima-san, who he claimed was a human.
やめてよ。
No, stop.
これで勝てるかどうかは正直わかりません。最終的には高確率で運の勝負になるでしょう。
I honestly don't know if we would win with this. In the end, it will most likely be a matter of luck.
しかし彼をこのまま放置して疑うべき集団、疑うべきでない集団を自由に作らせておくのは。
However, if we let him do as he pleases and let him create groups that should and should not be suspected at will,
後々取り返しのつかない事態を招く。
we would find ourselves with a problem we can't solve.
彼はすでに怪しむべきものを明らかにするという役割を十分に果たしてくれました。
He'd have already done his job as someone who determined who did and didn't have to be suspected.
ならばなおさらここで皆さんのために犠牲になってもらえないかと。こう
If he's
思うんですね。
if he's really human, I believe he should make. If he's really human, I believe he should really sacrifice himself for us. Oh, I expected something like this. It seemed reasonable, but really wasn't. It seemed kind, but really wasn't. Even so, winning against him wouldn't be easy. His guardian position, appearance, and impression he'd given everyone were too powerful to overturn. Was the best angle of attacking through logic or emotion? I decided. I would simply be myself.
純粋に反論があるんですが、
I have a counter argument.
はい。
あな
Yes.
たは 数字を雑に扱いすぎてる。
You underestimate the value of numbers. Everyone, Hashimoto included, seemed confused. I quickly began to explain.
見てください。
I'll explain on paper, look. I prepared an inkstone, got some water, and dipped the writing brush into it to soften it up. I'd watched Rikako-san do this before. I then melted the ink, prepared some paper, and began writing. Chikamochi Kamashita. Oh, monkey. Yudai Hashimoto. Oh, monkey. Yoshisugu Oribe, triangle crow. Haruaki Fusaishi, triangle snake. Haru Makishima, triangle human. Why is he doing triangles here? Because right now he's trying to avoid suspicion, and so we can see how he's gonna do it soon enough, but I don't really get the difference in symbols. Kaori Oribe, triangle wolf. Kinosuke Desato. Rikako Uematsu, Meiko, and Hisako Mamiya. And this is even more mysterious. Like, why do these other four not have anything but a line? Not them. Like, it is a different symbol. So there's gotta be an explanation of what it's what.
これが現状です。丸は確定で、三角の4人が自称である僕と吉嗣くん、そしてそれに正体を指定された2人。
This is our current state. The circles are confirmed humans, while the four triangles are the self-proclaimed and those I investigated. Okay, so that makes a bit more sense.
三角を全員信用するならば、狼の容疑者は現在5人。人確定が5人。完全にタイです。
If you trust all the triangles, there are 5 possible wolves and 5 humans, a complete tie.
人は容疑者からくくっていき、狼は人確定から殺していく。結果、常に両方の数が釣り合っている。
The humans will hang the suspects while the wolves will kill the confirmed humans, so it will always be a
これは
tie.
わかりますね。
Understand? Everyone nodded. I appreciated
と
that.
ころがこれだと、最悪の場合、つまり、織部香織さん以外の狼を当てられず、逃し続けた場合、
In this situation's worst case scenario, specifically, if we don't find any wolves based on Kaori-san and let them do as they
昼
please,
の段階で、人側の数と生き残った狼の数がイコールになる。この瞬間、
you
人の
would
負けが確定します。
you would soon have an equal amount of humans and surviving wolves. That would assure the humans' defeat.
投票で過半数が取れなくなるから。
Because they won't be able to get a majority when
そ
voting?
の通り。そして実際は、
Yes, and I looked at Mako. She looked worried all day long, but when our eyes met, she became moody. What was that all
メ
about?
イクを生かしておく場合、最終的に狼に味方して投票する可能性が極めて高い。
If we keep Mako alive, it's very likely that she would vote with the wolves. What? You're a dummy, a poopy dummy. A few hid their face, stifling laughs, surely. Regardless, based on their reactions to how she responded, they were all clearly concerned that she was the Badger. I didn't want to kill her, but it could be inevitable this time.
もしそうなれば、狼足すメイコになった瞬間、人の敗北。
If that happened and the wolves became wolves plus Mako, the humans' defeat would be confirmed.
今日、メイコか狼をくくらない場合、即座にその状況になります。
And if we don't either hang Mako or a wolf today, we would instantly be in that
いや
situation.
吉嗣くんが本物ならね。
assuming you and Yoshisugu-kun are real.
当然その前提で喋ってます。そしてあなたの最も不誠実なのはそこだ。
That's the scenario I'm referring to, yes. And I realize that's what most of you are worried
いい
about.
ですか皆さん。僕が知ってるのは今狼を殺さなければ人は即座に負ける瀬戸際だってことです。
Listen, everyone. I know for sure that if we don't kill Wolf today, the humans' defeat is sealed.
僕を今日くくって人だと分かってその時にはすでに手遅れなんですよ。
When you hang me and find out I'm a human, it will all be too late.
橋本さんは僕が怪しいと確信していて皆さんの同意を得るために僕をとりあえずくくろうと提案していますが
Hashimoto-san is certain that I'm suspicious and is suggesting you just hang me so you could see it as he does.
それは実質僕を信じるかあなたを信じるかの間違えば即死の究極の二択を強いてることに他ならない。
But the choice between believing me and believing him is a choice between life and death.
皆さんは僕を信用せず彼を信用しているかもしれませんが究極の二択を選ぼうとしている自覚はありましたか？
You might trust him more than you do me, but are you aware of the weight this decision
彼が
carries?
そう仕向けたことに同じように信頼を向けていられますか？
Can you trust in the idea that can you trust in the idea that has led you to such a fork in the road? Silence.
僕を生かして香織さんをくくり僕が明日生きていられれば僕はもう一人人か狼を特定できる。
If you let me live and hang Kaori-san, and if I live to tomorrow, I will reveal another human or wolf.
メイコ以外の人を確定できればその時点で人の勝利は確定。
If we know who all the humans besides Mako, our human victory would be assured.
狼が見つかった場合もう一日生き延びないといけないがその後人の勝利が確定します。
If I find another wolf, I would have to survive another day, but after that, no, and again, human victory would be certain.
人は3人殺される人はあと2人。これで殺戮は終わります。
3 people would be hanged, 2 would be killed, and with that, this massacre would be
僕
over.
を信じて生かしてくれれば
All you have to do is trust me and let me live.
橋本さん正論に聞こえますけどどうなんです？
Hashimoto-san, his logic seems sound, but what do you mean? No, but what do you think?
しまったな。メイコちゃんをつい人側でカウントしちゃってた。僕が言い出したのにな。ムジナのこと。
Oh dear, I accidentally counted Mako-chan as a human, and I'm the one who mentioned the badger.
橋本さんは僕を信用していない。しかしあと1日少なくとも生かす必要がある。
You don't trust me, but don't you think you should let me live at least one more day?
いや、それは違うでしょ。
No, I don't actually. Why?
君の論はつまり、今狼が4票持っているのだから、狼の票を確実に削らなきゃならないってこと。
What you're saying is basically that the wolves have 4 votes and we have to lower that number.
狼3人は誰だかわからない。君を信じるなら織部さんだ。しか
We
し
don't.
君を信じないなら
We don't know who the wolves are. We don't know who the wolves are. If we believe you, it's Oribe-san. But if we don't, it's not her but you.
君の言葉をそっくり借りれば君だって究極の選択をさも無害そうに伝えているだけじゃないかい。
You are self-aware enough to understand that you're also pushing them into a grave choice that could kill them, right? What a counterattack.
僕は確実に彼女が狼だと知って言っています。あなたの自信が7割なら僕は10割です。
I am completely certain that she is a wolf, while your confidence in your idea is 70% minus 100.
しかし他の人はもちろん10割では信じられないよね。
But the same can't be said about the
多
rest.
分気づいてるんだろう。今日の敗北を防ぐ誰でも納得できる唯一の方法は
You probably already noticed it, but there's a way to prevent the humans' defeat today, and one everyone would accept.
メイコちゃんを処刑することだ。
It's lynching Mako-chan. Everyone solely looked at the girl. It wasn't wrong. It was hard to accept, but yeah. It was also something we wolves would have to do to emerge victorious. Also, if we had her die this feast, we could have Kaori-san with us for another day. But having Kaori-san with us wouldn't do us any good. No, that wasn't good. Kaori-san had to die today. She could go out of control, and on top of that, if I didn't prove my legitimacy as a snake, Hashimoto's argument would see me killed tomorrow.
待つたまえ。少女をくくったとして、明日何がわかるということもあるまい。
Wait, there's nothing we would learn from killing the little girl.
彼女が無事ななら、カラスはこれを人と答えるだろうし、ヘビは新たに調べた結果を口にするが、真意は不明のままだ。
If she really is the badger, the crow would only find out that she was human. The snake would reveal another one of us, but the truth would still be a mystery.
究極の選択が明日に先送りになるだけではないのかね。
Isn't that ultimately just putting off the same decision?
そもそもヘビが今夜を超えられるという保証もなし、むしろ極めて厳しい。
Well, there's no guarantee that the snake would survive this night. In fact, it's very unlikely.
すでに運を天に任せる状況に陥っているのではないのかね。我々。
Aren't we already aren't we already in a situation where our fates are outside of our hands?
時間はまだ早いです。
No need to be
保護
pes.
者が
No need to be pes.
残っているかもしれません。
No need to be pessimistic yet. The spider could still be
そ
alive.
っか。雲が不イさんを守れば、蛇はこの夜を越えられる。
I see. If the spider protects Fusaishi-san, the snake would survive the night.
そしたら、ハッサンが明日何を言うか聞いてから、くくるかどうか選んでもいいよね。
Can we hear what Hassan has to say tomorrow and decide whether to hang him then?
ヨッシーのためにも、今日はメイコちゃんをくくるのがいいんじゃないかな。
It helped Yoshi, me too, so maybe we really should hang Mako-chan. He was the only one to whom today's vote would have a different meaning. He had a choice between believing the snake or Yudai Hashimoto and his mother.
待って、本当にこんな小さい子を殺すつもりなの？
Wait, are you really going to kill this little girl?
今更すぎんだろ。もう3人も殺しておいてよ。
What's the difference at this point? We've already killed 3 people.
そもそもムジナがどうして狼に組みするのかだってわからないのよ。説得の方が先じゃないの？
We don't even know why she's siding with the wolves. Shouldn't we try talking to her first?
狼を信じてはダメ。
Mako, you must not believe the wolves.
嫌い。
I hate you.
しっかりしなさい、メイコちゃん。あなたは人なのよ。狼に味方すればいずれ死んでしまう。
Get a grip, Mako-chan. You're human. If you side with the wolves, they will kill you.
死なないもん。
I won't die.
メイコ、君は狼に本当に味方するのか？
Hey, Mako, will you really help the wolves?
草雪さんのバカ。
You big dummy. I couldn't get a read on her at all. Why was I the only one she was so antagonistic to? Crap, they could just believe me. Named Karioribe would really remove a wolf. That would make me more trustworthy since the crow would reveal his mother's identity and everyone would accept the tragic truth. Failure meant death. This wasn't a case of high risk, high reward. It was all or nothing, a matter of life and death. However, I really was out of options here.
僕から提案をしよう。
I hope that's going well. But this feast here has me really excited here. Allow me to suggest something. I'd already used up all the info I had and said everything I could.
一つ、これからメイコを処刑するか、それとも久石君と織部さんのどちらかを処刑するか、二択を選ぶ。
First, let's choose between whether we hang Mako or either Fusaishi-kun or Oribe-san.
前者は延命、後者は究極の決断。よく承知の上、選んでください。
The former is a time extension, while the latter is a choice between victory and defeat. Keep that in mind when choosing.
もし前者が選ばれた場合、そのまま実行。後者が選ばれたなら、もう一度、久石君と織部さんの決戦投票。
See, if the former wins, we simply do it. But if the latter wins, we vote on whether we hang Fusaishi-kun or Oribe-san.
待ってよ。他の人に投票はできないの？
Wait, we can't vote for anyone else?
下手に票を散らすと、狼に収票されて、ひっくり返される可能性がある。
If we let the votes spread out, the wolves could take control by voting together.
すでに人は一人も失えない状況なんだ。
We can't lose a single human right now. You didn't have to worry about that after all, both suspects were wolves. However, his emphasis on how heavy the choice would be probably made everyone partial to hanging Mako. What was I to do next? How would I deal with the aftermath of killing
もう
Mako?
一つ、すでに実質的にはそうなっていますが、司会は橋本さんがすべきでしょう。
Another thing, it's already kind of happening, but I think you should be in charge right
不
now.
安がなければ、そうしよ
If no one objects, certainly. As if anyone
う。
would.
では、最初の投票を取ろう。植松さん。もう
Then let's hold the first vote. Uematsu-san, if you please.
春明様。
Araki-sama, the brush, please. I gave it back to her. With that, I'd been reduced to a mere
それ
suspect.
では、メイコちゃんを処刑するという方は、
Now, those who want to lynch Mako-chan, please.
待ちなさいよ。
Wait,
何でしょう、香織さん。
what is it,
稽
Kaori-san?
古をくくる気でしょ。みんな。
You're all planning to hang Mako, aren't you? Everyone looked at each other. That was probably the consensus, but no one understood why she was asking that.
問題ですか？
Is there a problem with that?
そんなの。
That's just...
困るわ。死ねないじゃない。
That just won't do. I won't be able to die. Oh my gosh. You're breaking down already, aren't you? I know Kaori agreed to be the sacrifice for the wolves. But why is she going about it right now? That's what I don't get. Crap. A moment later, she jumped up and faced Yoshisugu-kun.
それなら私は吉嗣を殺すわ。
Then I'll kill Yoshisugu. She then extended her hands before her. Huh? Huh? What?
永みたいにおとなしく死んで。
Die like Yasunaga did. She reached for her son's neck. The next moment, she was blown away. Hashimoto-san tackled her as fast as he could. Yeah. It was incomparable to Kumi-san's tackle from last time. She kind of deserves this right now. Like, this isn't a whodunit mystery at the moment. This is kind of us trying to survive. So it's not like true dramatic irony kind of thing. Since if they pushed it like a whodunit, or how done it, or why, then those will make sense for us, the audience, to know who the wolves are at this point. But this is just trying to survive, and she kind of made a big blunder here, like Mochi did in the last loop. But this is still kind of interesting how they're leading up to her death. That we all know that's about to happen. It was incomparable to Takumi-san's tackle from last time. The weight and momentum was on a whole other level.
相撲ですか？
Do you do
ア
sumo?
メリカンフットボールだよ。
American football. Smart, charismatic, and strong, huh? This guy just had no weaknesses at all. But...
てめえ、おふくろに何すんだ。
Hey, what are you doing to her?
バカ者。
Get away, you fool. Huh? Rikako-san, get the rope.
押さえます。
I'll hold her down. Everyone was calm. They all methodically handled the sudden threat. Kaori Oribe lost consciousness and was tied up. Everyone started the vote without her. The only one who voted to hang Meiko was Yoshisugu Oribe. Thus, we moved on to the final vote. Araki Usaishi only got votes from Yoshisugu Oribe and Meiko. Kaori Oribe got the remaining 7. Everyone calmly decided to lynch Kaori Oribe. Yoshisugu, Yoshisugu.
お願いだから一緒に
Please, I beg.
死んで
Please, I beg you, die with me. Honestly. If I didn't know Kaori Oribe was a wolf at the beginning of this route, when they gave out the roles, I'd be like, you're no real mother here. Because a mother would want her children to survive, at least a good one. A good mother would want her children to survive longer than she does. Well, she's about to die right now. She willed those and similar things all the way to the hanging pine. The tackle left her with a few broken bones and dislocated joints, so she couldn't stand by herself anymore. Thus, Hashimoto-san had to carry her under his arm. Yoshisugu-kun was with us too, but only because Haru-chan was dragging him along. He looked like his soul had left his body. It seemed like he wanted to avoid looking into her eyes or hearing her voice.
最初に同様のことを押し付けようとした僕は責任を取らねばならないのだろうね。
As someone who pushed something like this on Fusaishi-kun, I have to take responsibility.
香織さん、
Kaori Oribe-san,
苦しい思いをさせ、
I'm sorry for I'm sorry for making this so hard for you. Yoshi. Oh my gosh. I'm glad we made our sacrifice for our side here. With the noose on her neck right before she was thrown into mist. She stopped screaming and looked at me. There was no madness in her eyes. Her mind was clear. I felt like that was her way of telling me to fulfill my promise. A fall. A quiet shriek. Sigh.
参ったな。
Oh dear.
人を殺しちゃったよ。
I killed a person. He made that simple and extremely belated observation. The son, now both an orphan and an only child, collapsed to his knees. Kaori-san. She kept her promise. Most of that, no, all of it, may have been an act. If she hadn't done that, it was likely that Mako would have been hanged. And tomorrow, it would have been my turn. I was both thankful and apologetic to her. After all, I couldn't fulfill my promise yet. Alright, I got through all that, and it definitely went almost an hour over, but I'm calling it here. So, let's save it, because I did say I would stop at this point. And I do feel like it's a good point anyway. So, I thank you all for coming. If you're watching this over on YouTube and you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and share this with anybody else that you think might enjoy this. And if you'd like the chance to chill with me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon to hopefully be notified of when I'll be live again. As for when I'll be live again, I'm not too sure on that. I want to say Monday because I typically have plans tomorrow a lot of times. I didn't, but something is likely on the agenda for tomorrow. So it'll probably be Monday, and also starting Monday week, there might be a possibility that I'll have 2 random days off instead of just 1. So far, the Friday one isn't truly random because it's been consistent. But it is a random one, and there might be another day like that. So my streaming might go down a bit because of that. But I just keep everyone up to date on all that on the posts tab of my YouTube channel. So be sure to check on things there. And if you guys are watching this on Twitch, you all know what to do. Speaking of Twitch, let me try and find somebody to raid. I think we need Genshin or some other calming thing. Alright, let's see. So most people will probably be doing the Archon quest. And I can't do it yet, so probably look into Trails. Those games are kind of chill too. Alright. Okay. Yep, we got plenty of choices here. So, we are going to be rating a Slithroth, who's playing the remake of the first Trails in the Sky game. Trails in the Sky, first chapter is pretty chill. It's a nice and slow one. But of course, I don't know how much they changed in the remake, so that would be a good one to check out. Alright. Give them my regards, and tell them I'll be there when I can. With that out of the way, I thank you all again for coming. Bye!